The final weekend in August is here as you're looking at Breese Stevens Field here in Madison, Wisconsin, and we're about ready for WIAA football action between the St. Mary Springs Ledgers and the Edgewood Crusaders. Hello, everybody. My name is Frankie Bright. Brad Lenz will be on the call with me as well with Radio Plus Video Sports. Welcome to your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We're happy to have you here. Two teams tonight who are both 1-0 after 1 week of football action. St. Mary Springs 35-12 win over the Lake Country Lutheran Lightning a week ago, bolstered by a stellar second quarter where they scored 21 points and over 300-plus yards of offense. On the other side of things, Edgewood 38-10 with a win over McFarland, bolstered by a deadly rushing attack. Cade Peterson and Gannon Bagstad had the bulk of the yardage. Team totaled 360-plus yards of rushing. A lot to get through here on the pregame show. Don't go anywhere. Back after this break.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Hey Wisconsin, it's terrific timing to score deep closeout savings and lock in enticing offers on a new GMC from Holiday. Like up to $7,500 below MSRP on GMC Sierra. Connect with Holiday for giant selection, get more for your trade, and enjoy the genuine guest care of Wisconsin's #1 Buick and GMC dealer. Come take a test drive, find yours, and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Back to your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. You're taking a look at St. Mary Springs warming up, and there's Ben Anderson hyping up the team. Brad Lenz on the call here with me tonight. Brad, how you doing?
Great, Frankie. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to have you here back on the call 2 weeks running now. Taking a look at Ben Anderson and the team getting ready for this one. Bob Hyland out there on the field with them as well. His final season as the head coach here for the Ledgers. And Brad, with you here, I think it's about time for our Lenz Truck Center Play of the Week, and it's none other than the quarterback of the St. Mary Springs Ledgers, Ben Anderson. Each week, Radio Plus will feature a play of the week. Vote for your favorite at the end of the season at radioplusinfo.com. Enjoy the play of the week. On the tail end of that break, we'll be giving you our Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview.
St. Mary Springs Ledgers battled the Lightning of Lake Country Lutheran at Truth Memorial Field this past Friday night, and St. Mary Springs rolled Lake Country Lutheran, a final score of 35-12. Len's Truck Center sponsors our play of the week each and every week.
2nd and 6. Fake to Stellmacher. Read option, takes it in. Anderson, your first touchdown of the season. What a start.
What a comeback for the Ledgers. It seemed like Lake Country Lutheran had all the momentum, and the sales have just went depleted on the Lake Country Lutheran side of the field, and it's all Ledgers down the last 5 minutes.
Ben Anderson, 8 out of 11 for 143 passing yards and 1 touchdown. He also ran 11 times for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Len's Truck Center Play of the Week from Radio Plus Video Sports. A reminder that toward the end of the season, you'll have an opportunity to vote for your favorite Len's Truck Center Play of the Year at RadioPlusInfo.com.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Len till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Len's Truck. We got the trucks at Len's Truck.
We got the trucks.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high-quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Pizza today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Welcome back to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. My name is Frankie Bright here with Brad Lenz. About a half hour away from your Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. Happy to have you here like always. As we mentioned prior, it's time for your Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview with Bob Hyland. Fondy Family Dental. Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. Sports Director of Radio Plus, Nick Rush, got to sit down with Bob Hyland again this week and talk about this matchup here in Week 2 between Edgewood and the Ledgers. Take a listen.
Pregame show is built by Integrity Saw and Tool. Time for the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile segment. They'll make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. Bob Hyland, Ledgers head coach, with us on the phone line. Coach, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us this week. How are you?
Pretty good. After a win Friday night, practice was a lot easier to go to, and kids are pretty fired up for this week.
You got over Lake Country Lutheran at home, 35-12. Kind of go back to that game for us? A 6-0 deficit at the end of one, but then the Ledgers put it on the second quarter.
Well, when you've got, I think, 7 new starters on defense, they took the opening kickoff and with some mistakes by us and good play by them, they went down the field, scored, missed the extra point, and then we took the kickoff and went down the field and scored. So both teams took that opening kickoff. Then our defense took over, and right before halftime, we were playing well. We got one in the end zone, and then on their first play after the touchdown, Tate Shoops just jumps a route and intercepts the pass and got us set up, and we got another one right before halftime. So up 21-6 at halftime, it was pretty good. Our defense played very well, as our offense. Our offense surprised me. The line came off the ball much better than they did a week ago with the scrimmage. I was very pleased with the performance of our team.
And, Coach, talk about Ben Anderson. Got to be pleased with him. Had a couple of touchdowns in the ball game, rushing, also a passing touchdown. Talk about his performance.
Well, Ben Anderson, we always say, is a gamer. He really he performs so much better when the pressure's on him than he does in practice and that. So he's, again, a kid that when the game's on the line, we want the ball he wants the ball in his hands. And he started off completing, I think, 4 out of 5 passes and get us set up, and that's a confidence builder. When you start a game like that, and later on rushing the ball very well, very pleased with his performance. He got to play a little bit of defense at the end of the game, but where he was on a mention all conference last year, but we need him so much at quarterback that it's hard to let him play a whole lot of defense. So Ben was had one of his, he started off at quarterback. So this is a good game. Hopefully he improves on it.
Coach, you have Madison Edgewood coming up on Friday night, and that's a road game for you and being played down in Madison. You take a look at them. What do you know about Edgewood, Coach?
Well, I finally looked at a roster yesterday, and they're big. They've got a lot of kids in the 200 to 250 range. Very strong kids. Coach Fickle's two twin juniors are now seasoned. Last year they were starting linebackers as sophomores. Now they're 226, 227 somewhere on the roster there. So they're a very good football team. Very physical. Hopefully our speed can neutralize that physicality and we can get on them. But they're going to be a great test for us.
Coach, did we come out of the Lake Country Lutheran game healthy this past Friday night, or any injuries for the Ledgers coming into this game?
No, we have one kid that's going to have to sit this week, but other than that, we're very healthy.
All right, sounds great. Bob Hyland with us here, head coach for St. Mary Springs Academy. Coach, best of luck coming up on Friday night.
Thank you.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just one day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
Welcome back to your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. It's time for our keys to the game, built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Turn vision into reality. Brad, we've been talking a lot here up in the booth about this matchup. Let's narrow it down to 3 keys to the game. And I think simply put, to start things off, can the Ledger stop the rushing attack? Looking at last week here from the Edgewood Crusaders, a lot of yardage on the ground. We mentioned it at the start of the show, over 360 yards total in the game, but over 300 yards rushing. Running back Cade Patterson at the bulk of the carries, 20 attempts for 144 yards. And then, of course, their quarterback, Gannon Bagstad, had a long one as well to rack up his yardage to 112 yards on the day. Can the Ledgers stop the run? It might be one of the cases where you can't wrap it up completely, but if you can manage it, it gives their offense a chance, who's explosive in their own right, to stay in this game.
The season's young. Madison beat up on a team called McFarland last week, and we don't know what McFarland's like. We heard they're very young, so maybe it was a fluke game. Getting 300 yards rushing is just outstanding. The Ledgers are going to have to be stout on defense and have to force Madison to throw the ball, because last week they only had 3 completions in the whole game, which, if you tell me a high school team only has 3 completions in a high school varsity football game, how much do they lose by, Frankie? But they took it to McFarland on the ground. They have 2 great running backs, number 9, Cade Patterson, and number 2, Jack Halloran. They're going to get the lion's share of the carries. Look for the Ledgers to stack the box, force them to throw the ball, because Highland always says, when you throw the ball, only 3 things can happen, and 2 are bad. Incompletions, interceptions.
And this Ledgers team had 3 a week ago, 2 on the side of Edgewood last week as well. And I think our second key to the game can easily be said is which team can get the takeaway. Both these squads, formidable, explosive offenses through 1 week, but they also have stout defenses. Edgewood gave up 10 points. On the other side, St. Mary Springs only giving up 12. 5 interceptions, like I said, between these 2 teams, but it has to be said, based on how much rushing both sides have done through 1 week of football here in this 2024 season, turnover might have to come via fumble.
Turnovers are always a key to the game. Not only junior football, high school football, or varsity football, college football, NFL football. If you get more turnovers, it's so hard to win the game. In the NFL, it's a 67% stat. If you have more turnovers than the other team, you're going to win the game. Take care of the ball, Bob Hahn says. No fumbles. Play smart offense. Don't give the ball away. And play stout defense, and the W's will stack up. And that's what the Ledgers are going to try to do tonight.
And lastly, I think we can mention the MVPs from both sides. Both these teams need to play like they did a week ago. St. Mary Springs, Ben Anderson, very effective through the air, over 140 yards a week ago, and then on the ground as well. Led the team in rushing. And then Noah Mall obviously brings intensity on both sides of the football. He's a big hitter and a great blocker on offense. Edgewood, talked about Cade Patterson and Gannon Bagstad. Bagstad's been warming up here for the last half hour. Big arm on that kid. Throwing all night. We'll see if he throws more here. But hard to beat a team if you're rushing up over 300 yards like the Crusaders did last week. So need some big names to make big plays.
Keep an eye on number 9, Ben Anderson, for the Ledgers. He missed Wednesday's practice. He missed school. He was homesick. He came back Thursday, looked fine, and now we're at Friday Night Lights here. We'll see what happens.
Big venue here at Breese Stevens Field. Our Quest interior scoreboard, 12 minutes away from this one. Keep it right here at Radio Plus Video Sports. On the back end, your Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. Back in a few.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
For the Cardinals, Connor Klaprick on 3rd down and 2 from the 7. Design QB keeper, Klaprick into the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Defensive pressure here. He brings a man in motion. It's a QB keeper. He gets by 2 defenders. He's to the midfield, and he is off to the races. 20, 10, touchdown Ledgers. Wow, can Bauer go?
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
Scored midway through the second quarter. Schroffenalga gets the handoff, 25-20 to the 15, weaving to the 10-5, touchdown.
Wow. Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
8-yard line, angling to the 10 to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line, up to 40, up to midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20, Mullins, 10, 5, touchdown!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese.
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza.
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Radom Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real Estate Agent Brock Fleischer, Back in Action,
Camera Casino.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
Back here on Radio Plus Video Sports, your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz. Time for your Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer. Not much to mention here, Brad, but a couple interesting tidbits. Fairly healthy for both of these teams. St. Mary Springs, just looking at Armani Fisher still with that knee injury. You might be able to speak more to what happened than I could here at this moment.
Armani got hurt this summer playing 7-on-7 football with the St. Mary Springs Ledger varsity. He just came down wrong and just tweaked it, and he thought he just was minor injury, but it turns out he tore his ACL and he had to have surgery, so he's out for the entire season.
Similar injury on the other side, we believe, for Edgewood. Ashton Fickle, son of Badgers coach Luke Fickle, out today. Just had surgery today. Was just here at Breese Stevens Field. His whole team just came by the car to wish him well. Good scenes from the Edgewood team, but terrible news for that leg injury.
So twin brother Ashton Fickle is out, but the other twin, Aiden Fickle, again, son of Luke Fickle, head coach of University of Wisconsin Badgers, he'll be playing. He's a tight end linebacker, 6'3", 226. His brother, who's not playing, 6'3", 227. He must have had a Big Mac right before that weigh-in. He beat his brother by 1 pound. That's maybe bragging rights of the Fickle household.
Could be, especially when you're twins. That stuff matters. Moments away from this one here, and talking about Luke Fickle and those Badgers, I mean, got a Badger game here in Madison tonight just down the road. It's going to be a busy town with 2 football games starting around the same time.
Yeah, all red. Everywhere you see it's red, red, red. Badger Nation right here in Madison. But we are set for this 7 o'clock kickoff. We got a head start on them by 1 hour, and I can't wait. This is a big game. One of these teams is going to go home 500. The other team is going to be still at 1,000.
Battle of the Undefeateds. 13 minutes away from your right way home improvement. Opening kickoff on the backside of this break. Your Sargento Cheese starting lineups. Don't go away.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
The Taco Bell Cantina Chicken Menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow-roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco? It's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina Chicken Menu. Not just for late night, and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Back with your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. It's time for your Sargento Cheese starting lineup. Start your new career at careers.sargento.com. Let's look at the side of St. Mary Springs to start here. Brad on offense. Heck of a debut for Ben Anderson at quarterback. He remains there. Will Stellmacher at running back number 33. And those receivers on the outside, Khalil Rebeck and Ben Baker. Ben Baker played both ways, had a pick and a couple receptions. Great game for that young man. Brody Highland with a 60-yard touchdown play of the week, as we saw in the slot. Also plays out of the backfield on some jet sweeps. And the offensive line, Beckett Longley, Jackson Pells, Caden Pitts, Cannon Cluck, and Ephraim O'Brien, a team that put up 35 points on offense last week.
They were clicking on all cylinders last week. I think Ben Anderson couldn't have been happier with his performance. His first career start, being in the wings behind Bauer last year. He comes out 10 for 12 passing, very efficient, moved the ball well, ran the ball well. His only mistake was he faked punt on 4th and 22. He thought it was 4th and 3. So just a little mental mishap on that play, but other than that, he played flawless all night.
A week one learning moment. Forgot to mention the starting tight end, Noah Mall, one of the many players on this team who will play both ways. Looking at the defense now, we mentioned Ben Baker as well at outside corner for the defense. Jax Lenz, outside corner number 22. Your linebacker duo, Noah Mall and Tate Shoofs. Tate Shoofs with 2 interceptions from that linebacker position, one of them being a one-handed interception. As the Edgewood players take the field here at home at Breese Stevens Field. Rounding out the defense at safety, Brody Highland and Jack Holzman. That defensive line consists of Cannon Cluck, Caden Pitts, Beckett Longley. Your 2 outside backers, Josiah O'Brien and Braden Friend. That defense only allowing 12 points last week, Brad. Going to need to do that again tonight if they want to get away with a win here.
They're going to have to stop the run, like we said earlier. Run, stop is utmost importance to Ledger's defense. They got to force Edgewood to pass and make Edgewood prove that they can throw the ball, because last week, only 3 completions all game. They're going to definitely have to have more completions to beat the Ledgers tonight. That's my pregame prediction. Write it down, Frankie.
On the other side for Edgewood, talked with Edgewood head coach Jesse Norris during the pregame here. He mentioned they don't really have a starting lineup right off the bat. It depends the scenario. Are they receiving or are they kicking to start the first half? We'll see who takes the field at kickoff for Edgewood. With that, back here soon for the finale of your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Kickoff moments away.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Hey Wisconsin, it's terrific timing to score deep closeout savings and lock in enticing offers on a new Buick from Holiday. Like up to $6,400 below MSRP on Buick Enclave. Connect with Holiday for giant selection, get more for your trade, and enjoy the genuine guest care of Wisconsin's #1 Buick and GMC dealer. Come take a test drive, find yours, and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac. Talk about how you felt prior to the services being done and then after.
I felt very hopeless almost. What I actually needed was to step back and look at what am I putting into my body and what am I surrounding myself with. Was struggling before, but now I feel a lot more in control.
Again, Kendra is a great example of a huge success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake turned masterpiece.
was our national anthem presentation. Moments away from your right home improvement opening kickoff. Brad, we got a great game here. We were just talking about how these two teams warmed up a little bit differently to start things off.
Hey, forget about the game. The national anthem was outstanding. That was worth the price of admission right there.
You got that right.
Watch out, Taylor Swift. It was very interesting to see. Madison Edgewood was out here very early. Game time is at 7 o'clock. They were out here at 6 o'clock warming up already. The Ledgers were not even here at 6 o'clock. They didn't start warming up to about 6:30. It was just an interesting way they did that. The Madison Edgewood team was out here with just bottoms on, no shoulder pads, helmets on, throwing the ball around, running around, getting some plyometrics in. And then they were gone for about 20 minutes while the Ledgers did their warm-ups. But both teams are going to be on the field at 7 o'clock, and we're going to find out who is the hardest-hitting team in this first kickoff.
Our Quest Interior scoreboard is ready for the start of this game. Thank you for joining us for our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. It's time for your Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Contact Right Way Home Improvement today for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999 or visit rightwaybuilt.com. Edgewood will receive the opening kickoff. Lucas Babler, the place kicker for the Ledgers.
And he can boot it, Frankie. He has got a leg on him. Don't be surprised if he can get it all the way back to the 5-yard line, maybe even the end zone. He was doing it all week in practice.
They'll need it here today. That actually is Bentley Coots out there, number 61.
It looks like Bentley is going to be doing the kickoffs, and Babler is going to be doing extra points and field goals. Both of them can absolutely boot it. They're both sophomores, so the Ledgers are absolutely stacked in kicking for the next 3 years.
And Babler, of course, had a few through the uprights last week against Lake Country Lutheran. Your Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. Ball off the tee and fielded near the goal line. Here comes Edgewood. Return from about the 5. Has a seam, breaks a tackle out across the 30. Nice return, nice field position for Bagstad and his offense. Bagstad, really busy day on the ground, had the 160-yard rush. Not so much through the air, only 3 completions, 26 yards. We'll see what the opening play call is for Jesse Norris and his team.
I'm betting you dinner, they're running the ball, Frankie. They're running the ball. They're going to try to establish the run and try to wear the Ledgers down. A lot of guys in Ledgers, especially the front line, play both ways.
Shotgun start here for Bagstad, and there is a flag already on the opening possession. And Edgewood will back up. Illegal substitution will be your call.
How does that happen on the first play of the game, Frankie? Haven't you been practicing the first play of the game all week long?
Behind the sticks to start things off.
Now the Ledgers are going to stay in the same defense. They normally do a 4-4, 4 down or 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Right now they know the Madison Edgewood team wants to run the ball, so they're going to put an extra lineman down. That's number 44, Tate Schufs, who was our player of the week last week. He's going to be kind of almost on the line on the near side here.
Joey Kuhn starts outside at corner rather than Rebeck. Snap, and it's a handoff up the gut. That one for a good chunk, getting the penalty yardage back until he is brought down by Jack Holzman. Good run to start things off.
Noah Mall got blocked by one of the linemen, so he didn't get the tackle. He got an assisted tackle with number 1, Jack Holzman. Their whole philosophy is bend but don't break. So they'll give up some yards, but as long as they don't get a first down here, that's a win for the Ledgers.
Patterson with a nice gain on first and long. This time right at it, dropping back is the quarterback and has the completion near the first down sticks. Bagstad switches it up to start here early.
Yeah, they're throwing the ball. It's impressive that they're going to come out. They're a lefty quarterback. The Ledgers know he's a lefty. He does like to roll out either way, though. He's very, he's lefty, but he doesn't always have to throw to the left. He'll throw left or right. Like that time, he just threw to the right.
3rd and 3 coming up for Edgewood. Big down here for both sides in the opening moments of this game. Snap to Bagstad, will hand it off. Bouncing back inside, but a nice wrap up near the sticks. It'll be close. Looks like it might be a bit short. 4th down.
Great play by number 44, Tate Schufs. He kept the contain. He what they say is he He held the edge. He did not let that guy block him out. He took on the block, squeezed it down, and let the linebackers clean it up.
And they'll give him no gain. Punting unit on for Edgewood as they'll punt from their side of the 50, inside their own 40. Deep back to field it is Ben Baker, number 4, for the Ledgers. Short snap. The boot is up and away, nearly blocked by Holzman. Short punt bounces at the 35 and down inside the 30.
And you can hear all the Ledgers yelling, Peter, 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 or poison, 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 meaning the ball is short for Ben Baker. Get away from that ball. Don't let it hit you in the shins because that's a live ball.
Here we get our first look at Ben Anderson. First-year starter here on varsity.
He's undefeated as a starter.
He sure is, Brad. Best stat of the night thus far. Like we mentioned in the pregame show, a wonderful debut.
Watch
for Ben Anderson.
Watch the matchup of the nose tackle number 50 for Madison, Jackson Kitzmiller. He is an absolute animal. Watch him and the center battle all game long.
Anderson making calls at the line. Stellmacher to his left. In motion is Baker. Give to Stellmacher up the gut for a few. Close to a 2-yard pickup for Stellmacher.
The offensive coordinator, Kyle Krieger, throws a little jet motion in there to see if Edgewood's in man-to-man or zone. The reason you do motion a lot of times is to see if someone goes with it. If there's a defensive player that goes with the motion, they're playing man-to-man. No one went with the motion, they're playing zone.
Little lineup change, too, there for Springs. Highland on the outside. Baker was in the slot.
They're going to go on the far side. They're going to go right over Maul.
Anderson, 2nd and 7. Rebeck in motion. Keeper for Anderson. Up the gut. Nothing doing there. Edgewood had it blocked up nicely.
They tried to run over Maul, the left guard last year, All-State left guard, who's now a tight end. So basically got 2 tackles out there. An extra lineman. They went right at it, but they were unsuccessful. That was clogged up, no hole at all. Now we got 3rd and long here.
3rd and 6 for Ben Anderson and St. Mary Springs.
The Ledgers don't need many yards. They need about 6 yards. So don't look for Bennett. They want to get Ben Anderson a completion early in the game. Look for curl routes, not any long post or long go routes. Look for 7 yards, stop, and turn for the ball.
Anderson, empty backfield. 5 wide for this team. A big
deep.
bomb wide open, and he gets under it. What a completion deep downfield, getting behind the defense was 81 Garver Beekle rather.
They put Garver in that play just because of his speed. He's got flat out 4.4 speed. Everyone ran short routes. Beekle ran a post route, and Ben Anderson picked up the open guy. Garver, that's his first catch varsity. He didn't want to drop it. He just was going to do everything he could to catch that ball. He really should have caught it and scored a touchdown, but better safe than sorry.
Slowing down a little bit at the underthrown ball, but his speed is a factor. Anderson completes it, his first of the day. This one, Stellmacher up the gut, breaking free. He has a gap for about 5 on first down.
And Stellmacher runs hard. You'll see that. That's called power, where the tight end and the tackle double team down and try to make a hole. Will didn't get a lot of yards, but definitely 2nd and 4 is definitely manageable. Now the playbook's all open for the offense of the Ledgers.
Anderson finding success through the air already to start this drive off. Took a little bit to warm up a week ago.
They haven't got the ball yet to number 2, Noah Mall. No runs, no passes. Look for a pass here. Look for them to try to find Noah Mall.
Empty backfield again for Anderson. 5 wide, dropping straight back. Curl routes yet again.
Mall's open.
In the end zone.
Touchdown.
He's under it. Touchdown. St. Mary Springs.
I hate to tell you, Frankie, but I told you. I called that one. Mall needs to get the. Whoa, what are they? Oh, he's short. There's so many lines here. It's a soccer field. There's so many lines out there. I thought he was in the end zone, but he's like short on about the half-yard line. The Ledger offense knows he's the greatest offensive threat we have. He didn't run the ball the first 4 or 5 plays. We knew he was getting the ball sooner or later.
Another big completion for Ben Anderson. Had great protection on that one. Had the ability to wait for Noah Mall to get open.
They're at the half-yard line. Watch a real quick hitter and watch the cadence. The count will probably be on set. They're going to try to catch Madison Edgewood off guard here and snap it right away. Look for Will Stellmacher right over the right guard.
Stellmacher back in the backfield off the right side. Takes the handoff up the gut. Touchdown. St. Mary Springs gets it done on their opening drive.
What a great drive. Everything was clicking for the Ledgers. No penalties for the Ledgers. Everything was positive yards except for one play. They got stuffed, but other than that, all great plays by the Ledgers. Great way to move for the offense.
A 1-yard rushing touchdown.
And Babler, number 30, the sophomore kicker. They have a 3 sophomore connection here. The snapper is Jack McGuire, sophomore. Number 40, Zane Wilson, the holder. And number 30, Lucas Babler, the kicker. All sophomores. The Ledgers got their kickers for the next 3 years, Frankie.
And we mentioned it last week, as you just said, that sophomore special teams unit. Babler's kick up and good. It's a 7-0 lead for St. Mary Springs. An electric start for the visiting Ledgers. Back in 30 seconds.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Welcome back here to Breese Stevens Field. You're watching Radio Plus Video Sports. High school sports today at RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Elstead. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Brad, let's break down that long pass from Anderson to Mall.
Well, they put Garber Beekle in because he's got speed to kill, and he put him on a post route. Everyone ran short curls. Garber got hit deep for a 50-yard gain.
Coots' kick is up and nearly as long as the last one, fielded around the 5, muffed back into the end zone. Should be a short return here, finds a gap until he's brought down by a plethora of Ledgers. Starting field position at around the 15.
Number 23, Casey Van Horn with the tackle. I almost thought it was going to be called a face mask. It looked like one of the Ledgers actually got him by the back of the helmet. They did not call it. Thankfully, it's only 1st and down, and they're pushed back. They're at the 10-yard line.
Edgewood looking for an answer after that electric drive from the arm of Anderson. Stellmacher got the capper, but the big plays coming from Anderson and his receivers.
And Madison came out and they tried to be a little bit, equal on that first drive. They tried to run the ball and pass the ball way more than they did the first week, and they beat McFarland pretty good last week. So we'll see here. They're down now 7-0. I got to think they're going to stick to the run. That's what they know best. But they're definitely going to have to throw the ball to open it up because there's a lot of Ledgers in the box here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down linemen plus 2 linebackers. 7 guys in the box. It'll be hard to run.
Patterson in the backfield behind Bagstad. He'll give it to him. Patterson finds a little bit of room on 1st down.
And Madison's noticing that it's a little bit harder to run in the Ledgers defense than it was McFarland last week. It's already apparent to me that it's going to be tough sledding for the Madison Edgewood running game.
That defensive line bolstered by some linemen who do play both ways.
So you got 7 guys in the box again, but then you also have Jack Holzman and Brody Highland, 2 big hitters at safety. So you basically almost got 9 guys in the box. It looks like the guys on the outside are clamping down. Baker and Joey Kuhn on the outside.
Baker presses up. This one to Patterson yet again, tackled in the backfield. This defense, nothing doing.
I didn't like that play at all. It was very slow moving. It almost looked like option, but he didn't look like he was optioning anyone. The quarterback was a real slow handoff, and by the time the running back actually got the ball, the Ledgers were already past the line of scrimmage and just making the tackle for loss.
3rd and long for Edgewood. Sort of getting hit in the mouth here to start this game compared to what they were used to a week ago.
They're spreading out. They got 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Look for a pass here.
This one's a rollout to the
He's
right.
A lefty, rolling out right.
Keeps it throwing deep, has a man open. Nice spiral kick. It under it was number 20, Ben Morey. Play was there.
That's going to be a tough pass to make on number 1, Jack Holden. Probably the best athlete on the field. Basketball player, track star, and obviously a great defensive back, free safety. That's a lefty quarterback they got, and he's rolling out to the right, trying to stop and throw left-handed. That's a tough play, Frankie. I'm not sure. He's a junior quarterback. Let's see if they do that again. But I would like to see him roll out left, but they did it last week. They rolled out both ways. That time he didn't really have any zip on the ball when it went out. It just was no zip on the ball at all.
little too short for Morey. Try to get under it. Played back into the defensive coverage. High snap into the back of the end zone. A quick punt, able to get it off short. Noah Mall, watch out. Fields it. Running the other way, and a nice tackle by number 1. Mikey Hackworthy, rather. That could have been dangerous. Noah Mall running right at you towards the end zone inside the 15.
Noah Mall's all over the place, but a bad snap like that, the Ledgers got to get better pressure and block that kick. But I guess this is almost as good as a block, a 20-yard kick with a 15-yard return.
Flag down on the play. It was declined.
Yeah, it was on the kicking team. Bob Highlands is going to decline the foul. We're going to take that kick.
Here comes
great field position.
Ben Anderson at the 20-yard line.
The Ledgers have not run option yet. Ben Anderson is a great option quarterback. They'll run dive option, they'll run veer, and they'll run lead option. Look for Ben Anderson to run lead option where he doesn't fake it to number 33 Stellmacher at all. He's going to attack the outside linebackers inside hip. He'll either run the ball or pitch. Most likely this will be a pitch. This will be to the far side. Brody Highland, number 5, will be in motion. He'll be the pitch man. Ben Anderson will be the option. Here we go.
Highland, motion. Option is right. Anderson takes it himself. Tough sledding.
And
that's about 3.
That's the right read. There wasn't anything there for him to pitch to Brody Highland. That was the right read. Take what the defense gives you is what Coach Highland teaches his quarterbacks. There was a little bit of seam there. Ben Anderson picked up a positive 3 yards.
You've got to be thinking they're guaranteeing their team 3 at least with this field position.
Now, they haven't ran trap yet. Watch for the Ledgers run trap here. I wouldn't be surprised if they let Ben Anderson run it again.
Stellmacher to the right. Noah Mall, the down tight end.
They're going to run trap right here, right over number 60, Cluck.
In motion, Brody Highland. Nope, kept by Anderson and then blown up in the backfield.
They faked that run to the left with Stellmacher, and then they let the left guard pull, which is Pels. That gives the pulling guard an opportunity to get to the block, and that's Jack Pels, number 52.
3rd and 10 here with the great starting field position for the Ledgers. That tackle was made by Fickle. Nice play made there to back this team up just a little bit.
This is what the Ledgers call trips left. They got Maul on the far side with 2 wide receivers. Look for Flood. Look for a rollout to the left. He's going to hit Maul over the middle.
Anderson, play action, dropping back under pressure, breaks away from the sack. Getting it towards the end zone, backside, looking for Highland. Whoa, a scary slip over the fence for Highland. He gets up under his own power. That ball a little bit overthrown. Highland coming back towards the bench. Out comes Lucas Babler.
That play wasn't successful because when Ben Anderson rolled to the left, there was immediately an Edgewood player in his face, and he couldn't really focus on who he was throwing the ball to because he had to elude the rush. It was a good job of Ben Anderson not getting sacked on the play. He rolled out. They did a fake power left, and he rolled out to the left. There was a defensive tackle, number 50, like we said early in the game. He's a stud, and our center, Caden Pitt's going to have his hands full with number 50, the nose tackle. Ooh, a big, long field goal here.
4th down and about 10.
35-yarder. He's got this.
Babler's kick is up, and it is going to be good.
Wow.
A 10-0 lead to start this game for St. Mary Springs.
And that's fabulous for number 30, Lucas Babler's confidence. He had a rough week in practice. Highland was a little bit on him. But what Highland does, he makes practice hard on his kickers so the games feel easy.
Back in 30 seconds with the Ledgers up, 10-0.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Back here at Breese Stevens Field. Brad, let's break that one down.
Well, Babler, what a great kick. A 35-yarder for a sophomore. We might have another Hintz on our lands. Now, there was a Zach Hintz who went to the Ledgers several years ago. He was a soccer player. He was booting the soccer ball. Highland said, hey, why don't you come over for football? He said, sure, I will. He comes out. He has an all-state senior season, goes to the Badgers, and is a kicker for the Wisconsin Badgers. This Babler kid and even number 61, Coots, are just booting the ball over the place.
Coots here with the kickoff. Another deep kick Fielded at about the 5. Here comes the return. Down the far sideline, breaks a tackle until he's wrapped up by the kicker himself. And the rest of the team can join him. There, our Quest Interior scoreboard. 3:56 left in the first quarter.
Number 76, Christian Flores, was attacking the ball. He's the first one down there. He didn't make the tackle, but he got an arm on the running back there and slowed him down a little bit for the Ledger defense to clean it up.
Bagstad has 1 completion here today. Patterson with a few on the ground. 4 carries for 9. Their rushing average different here in the first quarter than a week ago.
Again, 5 down linemen for the Ledgers. It's going to be tough to run against that front.
Bagstad give to Patterson. They're still going to try it. Bouncing it outside. Breaks out of the tackle until he's met by Noah Mall.
Number 10, Braden Foran. He's the outside linebacker on the near side here. He's got to step up and take on that block a little bit. He got caught a little bit too far inside, and there was no one to keep the contain. They gained a couple positive yards there.
Pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Crusaders. Slow and steady, trying to get Patterson acclimated into this game. Bagstad, cool and calm thus far, had the near
Now they got
big
6
completion.
guys on the line of scrimmage.
Defensive set there, and a pass outside and blown up by the outside corner near the 40-yard line.
What
That
a great
one goes
play
for a loss of
by
1.
the sophomore Joey Kuhn. Not only did he take on the block, but he made the tackle and he kept contained. That's a one-man show over on the far side there, Joey Kuhn.
Trying to set up that bubble screen on the far sideline. And as you said, Joey Kuhn not having it.
And it's so great to see sophomores contributing, because then as a sophomore you get that playing time. As a junior, the game seems so much slower and easier.
3rd and 6. Here for Edgewood, yet to gain a first down.
Oh, they need something successful here to move the sticks.
Bagstad give to Patterson up the middle, nothing doing. A gain of just a few, that'll bring up 4th and short. Will they go for it here? Looks like they'll bring the punter out again.
They haven't had any success running the ball, so it'd be tough for them to go for it on 4th down, Frankie.
18 yards for Patterson in the first quarter. Just above 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Number 60, Cluck with the tackle on that last play. He took on his offensive lineman, shedded the block, and made the tackle. What a great solo tackle. Another bad snap.
Low snap, bounces. Punter's got to get it up and away towards the sideline. Bouncing and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. At the end of the day, not a bad punt, but they've got to figure out that long snap situation.
The snapper has been off the mark every snap. The Ledger's got to block one sooner or later here, Frankie. They got to come harder on that snap.
Minute 47 left in the quarter. We'll get our 3rd look at Ben Anderson, who's had a very successful start to this game. We were talking during the pregame show, a little sick this week.
He missed practice Wednesday, missed school on Wednesday. If you miss school, you can't practice. So he wasn't at school on Wednesday, missed Wednesday's practice. The sophomore number 7, Xander Lenz, came and took all the snaps for the varsity team that night. Thursday morning, Ben's at school. All systems go for the Ledgers here. Look for Will Stellmacher to get the ball here. He's not got the ball lately. He's been getting faked the ball. Look for Will Stellmacher, number 33, for the run.
Stellmacher to the left, Noah Mall in motion. It will go to Stellmacher, following his blockers, gets a good block. Low tackle made near the sticks, a gain of 9.
What a great run by 33. Only a junior. He's got his offhand, his left hand on his lead blocker's back, helping him along, kind of guiding him where to go. Great blocking. That was a power play. They pull the left guard, the outside, the far side guard. They pull him, bring him, and they just put more blockers at the point of attack for the defense can handle.
And they will give him the first down. That 10-yard run moves the chains,
now,
and Addison Jones Real Estate moves the chains.
Now they
for
got
first down.
Ben Baker in number 4. Watch the screen pass to number 4, Ben Baker. They call this killer screen. They want to get him in the offense as much as possible when he comes in the game. Number 4 on the far side of the field. Watch a quick throw to him.
Anderson sends Rebeck in motion. Double fake, and there's the screen to Baker. Great call, Brad. Baker picks up 8 yards. Another great play for the Ledgers.
And they were going to number 4, Ben Baker, the entire play. The motion man was all just dressing, making it look good. Ben Baker comes off the ball 2 yards hard, gets that defensive back to start going back. Then he does what they call a bubble screen or killer screen, comes back, meets the ball, and it's designed that Rocky Gishmael back in the early 90s made that famous for Notre Dame, where he would get the ball and he would actually do a screen pass. He would actually run to the middle of the field just like Ben Baker did.
Baker, one of the players on this team who plays both ways. Big game defensively a week ago.
They got everything running now. The Ledger offensive team. Watch a fake run to Stellmacher and watch Ben Anderson to keep the ball here. They'll call
Second
this.
and 1. Anderson off play action. He will keep it off the left side. Following his blockers, Anderson with a big run into Crusader territory.
Everything is working for Ledgers exactly like they practice all week in practice. They have everything running. They're faking the ball to Will Stellmacher, keeping Ben Anderson with the ball. Now they're giving the ball to Will Stellmacher. He's getting big yards. They're completing all their passes. They don't have any incompletions. Everything is positive. Everything is going forward. Madison's got to do something to slow down this Ledger offense.
That will finish up our first quarter with the Ledgers up 10-0. And with that, it's time for our Lens Truck Center Athlete of the Week. Each week, Radio Plus will feature an Athlete of the Week. Take a look.
Each week, Lens Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports salute an area athlete. This student athlete shines on and off the field. This week, it's quarterback Ben Anderson from St. Mary Springs Academy.
Try to get in the weight room as much as I can. Pretty active sport player in the other sports, but yeah, just trying to be a good leader, especially vocally. That's kind of been more my role, but yeah, trying to be a good leader for the rest of the guys.
Honorable mention, last season, what positions are you playing this year?
I'm kind of stepping down from my defensive role. I'll be more pass down safety type look on defense, but then looking to be the starting quarterback.
Ben Anderson, 8 out of 11 for 143 passing yards and 1 touchdown. He also ran 11 times for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great job, Ben. If you would like to nominate an area athlete, send us an email at rpvideosports@gmail.com. Lens Truck Center, a proud local sponsor of our area high school sports teams and our student athletes.
We got the trucks!
Welcome back to Breese Stevens Field. Radio Plus Video Sports, Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz. Brad, a week ago, it's very different first quarter for the Ledgers. 10 points this week, 0 last week.
Well, the Ledgers are steamrolling teams in the first quarter. They're getting out of the bus and taking it to the defense. They were only winning 7-0 last week. This week, after the end of the first quarter, 10-0. They're actually doing a little bit better this week than they were last week. And last week was kind of a blowout. Look for the Ledgers. They've done a lot of jet sweeps with nothing, no intention of handing off. The jet sweep's coming sooner or later here.
1st and 10 for Anderson. Noah Mall. And there is a false start. Noah Mall was the man in motion. False start. We'll back up the Ledgers. Their first play on offense that really wasn't a positive play.
Well, we jinxed them. The second quarter is not going good for the Ledgers. That was a false start by the center. The center didn't snap it in time. Mall was kind of tiptoeing around the Stellmacher, the fullback. It looked like they didn't know what the count was on. It looked like not all 11 guys were on the same page. And when that happens, we're going 5 yards the opposite direction.
Ben Baker subs in on the offense. He'll be the receiver at the top of your screen.
When Ben Baker's in the game, look for the Ledgers to try to get him the ball. He's a very talented athlete, number 4.
Stellmacher to the left of Anderson.
Blitz.
Anderson takes it himself. Design keeper off the left side, finds the edge, and a first down. Anderson shoved out of bounds.
What a great play by the Ledgers offense. Anytime that linebacker, the middle linebacker, is blitzing, if you can get the quarterback on the outside, that's a perfect play because now that linebacker's got no angle to get the quarterback. Big gain by Ben Anderson.
Anderson running efficiently, and very efficient through the air. Had the 2 big passes. Noah Mall, Garver as well. Garver Beagle, that is.
I don't fault the Madison Edgewood defense to blitz. They have to do something to get their crowd into it, to get their sideline into it, and their 11 players in the defense. Something to excite about. Nothing good has happened for Madison yet this game.
And we were talking a bit about Jackson Kitts-Miller on that defensive line during the pregame show. Had a big game against Springs last year.
He's a nose tackle, but he's going against a senior, Caden Pitts, who's a captain as well. Power right here.
Mall in motion. Give to Stellmacher off the right side, following his blocks. Cutting back for a gain of about 2. And it actually will be 3rd down and 3. Anderson shoved out of bounds a little sooner than we believed.
The Ledgers call that power right, where they bring Mull in motion. He's blocking through the B-gap. The B-gap's between the guard and the tackle. And then they also have a junior, Everson, pulling. He's the left guard. He's pulling as also a lead blocker. So you got 2 lead blockers, plus you got a big offensive line. You got Cluck at guard, you got Longley at right tackle, and you got Caden Pitts, like I said, the center. That's several hundred pounds at the point of attack. They are, it must be a little, he's coming off the field probably for blood on his arm, number 16. And they're not running any dives yet. They're staying away from the stud number 50, Kitzmeier, number 50 at the nose tackle. They're trying to run away from him, and it's been successful thus far.
Stelmacher flips side to the right of Anderson now. Anderson takes a snap, give to Stelmacher. No, it's a play action, rolling back out the other way. Anderson under pressure, keeps it himself, gets a block near the first down sticks, and it will move the chains to the 21-yard line.
Ben Anderson's doing it with his legs and his arm. That was a design pass, rollout pass. What a great play by Jack Holzman. He's out for a pass, but it's Maul. Maul was out in the flat for a pass, but as soon as he knew that his quarterback wasn't going to throw the ball, he turned and started blocking. I couldn't ask for a better setup than that. You got an all-state guard last year in a passing route blocking for you.
Great heads-up play by a great player. In the edge of the red zone now for Anderson. Anderson gives a Stelmacher. Ball is out, fumbled on the turf. Who's got it? Looks like Edgewood might have jumped on it, and they have a takeaway. Brad, we talked about it. Which team can get a takeaway, and which team's going to get the takeaway on a fumble?
It's very unfortunate. They had 3 points for sure there. The Ledgers got a great kicker. The thing is, if you're going to fumble the ball, if you're going to get a turnover, you might as well do a fumble at almost the end zone of the other team. Now the Madison Edgewood team, who hasn't done much for yards, has to go 85 yards to score a touchdown. If you're going to get the ball to the other team, this is a good spot to do it.
Stelmacher comes to the sideline, gets an earful from Bob Highland. Good coaching moment there.
Look for Edgewood to go deep here. Nothing really positive happened. They got a turnover. Look for a long pass.
This one, a rush with Patterson going nowhere. Gain of 1.
And that play has not worked all day for them. They're trying to get their big stud fullback the ball, and he's just been met at the line of scrimmage. The defensive line for the Ledgers is not just filling the gap, but taking on lead blocks, squeezing it down. No room for any running plays for the Madison Edgewood Crusaders.
Trying to find something like you mentioned, but just nothing through the air. Ledger's doing a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage and not letting this team pass the sticks. Bagstad in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes to Anderson, quick pass out to the outside, it's dropped. Forward pass, so it will be an incompletion. Trying to do something similar there with the bubble screen.
Well, and it's very important that the quarterback throws it upfield, because if it's incomplete, it's not a fumble. If he throws it backwards, it's a fumble. The other thing that's very important is if you throw it behind the line of scrimmage, then your offensive line can block right away because it's basically a running play. But if that pass goes 1 yard or 1 inch past the line of scrimmage and the offensive line are too far down the field, there will be a flag on the offense. Well planned, not well executed for Edgewood.
That was the back. A.J. Charles unable to complete the catch. And now a 3rd and long for Edgewood, dropping back. Bagstad, far sideline, it's picked up, no! A drop! Would have been a potential pick 6, nonetheless, incomplete 4th and long, but there is a flag down, Brad. Looks like it's on Edgewood.
The senior, number 10, Braden Freund, had a pick 6 staring him. He was planning his celebration in the end zone, Frankie. Just didn't get which is unlike Braylon. He's a great athlete, great basketball player, got lots of skills, got good handles on the basketball court. That's unlike him to drop the pass. He's not a muscle-bound linebacker that can't catch the ball. He's actually one of the backup tight ends on the offense for the Ledgers.
Punting from inside their own 5.
Let's watch the snap here.
Snap much better on target. Here comes the punt. Furthest one of the day by far, fielded at the 49 of the Ledgers. Back the other way, Ben Baker breaking some tackles. We could see him go. He's got one man to beat on the sideline and wrestled down. Huge return for the Ledgers by Ben Baker.
Well, you could see that play developing. They call that the wall, the punt return, left punt return. All the Ledgers kind of come over here to the near sideline and form a wall, and they're just picking off the Crusaders one by one. Almost a horse tackle there. I'm surprised it didn't get called. The defensive player for Crusaders had the back of the jersey, almost had his fingers in the shoulders. If that fingers go in the shoulder pads and rips him down, that's a 15-yard penalty. They didn't call it, though.
1st and 10 here for Ben Anderson. They get the ball back right around where they lost it from that fumble from Will Stellmacher on the edge of the red zone.
They're going to try to feed their stud senior Noah Mall to get the ball this drive. Watch number 2 to get the ball sooner or later here.
Lined up on the right side of the line. Brody Highland in motion in the backfield. Option. He'll give it to Highland. Gets a block, breaks a tackle, and then decked after a short gain.
And that's lead option. They've already ran it once. They like to run it to the wide side of the field, so Ben Anderson has lots of room to work. Ben Anderson is attacking the outside linebacker's inside hip, making that inside linebacker either take him, the quarterback, and if he does, pitch the ball. If he goes upfield and takes the pitch man, which was Brody Highland, number 5, Ben Anderson is going to keep the ball, put his foot in the ground, and gain yards. That play was executed excellent by Ben Anderson. He took the ball right to the linebacker to the very last second, pitched the ball. Brody Highland's running the ball excellent this year. Very shifty and running hard.
2 games for our material to work with, but you're so right, Brad. I mean, he's been working on these jet sweeps in these 2 games as the option man. Had a big play through the air last week. Stellmacher now, the running back in the backfield to the left of Anderson. 2nd and 6. Blitz up the gut. Anderson reversing fields. Can he find something along the edge? Takes a big hit before he's brought down. Seems to be okay.
That play was a quarterback keeper over the B gap on the near side, which would be between the guard and the tackle. They blitzed that edge. Their inside linebacker came right through the B gap. Ben Anderson saw it, said, "Uh-oh, I ain't going there," and shifted gears and got something positive rather than a 3-yard loss.
3rd and 5 from the 18.
Ben Anderson taking a lot of hits in this game.
Took a good few, too many, I would say, last week as well.
And that's the reason he doesn't play defense, because he's so hard. He goes 100 miles an hour every time he's on the field. They don't want him hurt because the backup is only a sophomore, number 7, Xander Lenz. No varsity action to speak of other than the mop-up duty last week.
Highland in the slot. Anderson, straight drop back, looking to the outside. Had a man off his hands. Would have been a 1st down completion to number 83, Joey Kuhn.
Well, hats off to the offensive line for Ledgers. They're picking up that blitz. They gave Ben Anderson all the time in the world to throw that ball. Joey Kuhn makes that catch 19 out of 20 times. He just dropped that one.
4th and 4, Lucas Babler on the field for a 2nd field goal attempt of the evening.
Why not?
Had a 35-yarder in the 1st quarter.
This one's also a 35-yarder, and now he's got the confidence. It's so much easier to kick, especially when Bob Highland's your coach, the 2nd field goal after you made the 1st one.
Wind blowing here at us in the press box. Shouldn't be much of a factor on this kick.
Oh, offsides. Offsides.
This one wide to the right. No offsides flag thrown that I can see.
How is that not offsides? Bob Highland's furious. The near side blitzer was 2 steps past the line of scrimmage. I can't believe the referee missed it.
Nonetheless, Babler now 1 for 2.
Well, again, if you're going to give the ball to the Crusaders, you might as well make them go 80 yards for a touchdown.
Change of possessions on this side of the field. Back-to-back now, both teams setting up where they would have had it if they got a new try at this set of downs. Is basically what it is, a hard reset. Bagstad takes the field, looking for some success. Takes a snap. Play action, fires outside, short pass, and then immediately brought down, but able to wrestle out of a tackle before being pushed out of bounds. Ben Baker, the first man there.
They didn't have any success against Joey Kuhn earlier in the game with that killer screen. They called a bubble screen, so they decided to pick on number 4, Ben Baker. Ben Baker made the tackle, but didn't quite get him all the way down. So, positive yards. 5 yards on 1st down is probably the most positive play the Edgewood Crusaders have had all game.
Bagstad's 2nd completion of the game, only 1 away from matching his completion percentage, or rather completions total, a week ago. That one for 5. This one, a handoff up the gut to number 4, actually bouncing out to the left side. Number 4 for a gain of 1. Carter Soma had 2 touchdowns last week.
Now, Ben Baker, number 4, is the far side defensive back. He's got no wide receivers on him, so he's coming up strong on the run, setting the edge, making sure he's got contained, makes the tackle. Good play by number 4, Ben Baker.
Big 3rd and 4 here, as Edgewood still looks for their first down.
They got Ben Baker and Joey Kuhn switching sides. They're having Ben Baker come to the far side of the field because he can cover a little bit more area than Joey Kuhn. He's a great athlete, very shifty. Either way he can go.
Dropping back, Bagstad finds his man, and there is a first down. Addison Jones, real estate, moves the chains for another Crusaders first down. Call Addison Jones, then call the movers.
Well, the Crusaders are too good of a team, too big of a school to not be able to get any first downs. It was only a matter of time before they started moving the ball a little bit. The Ledgers, you'll see, run a lot of guys both ways. That entire defensive line is going both ways except for Christian Flores. So they got to be getting a little winded. There hasn't been any injuries. There hasn't even been a timeout yet this game, so these guys have been on the field almost the entire game.
Halfway through the second quarter, 6:12 left in the half.
Crusaders absolutely throwing the ball more. They've kind of abandoned the run.
Bagstad hands it off to Soma. Soma breaks 2 tackles. Noah Mall cleans it up.
What a gang tackle there. Lots of Ledgers at the point of attack. Everyone helping out, slowing down that rushing attack for the Ledgers.
Noah Mall, pretty much the life force of that defense. Everyone's playing great, but he brings it day in and day out.
He has fun playing football. He's got lots of older brothers that also were number 2. Now, he was a lineman last year. His number, I can't remember what his number was, 60s or something. So this year they switched him to tight end. He didn't have a jersey, Frankie. So he asked his brother, hey, you still got your Ledger jersey? He said, yeah, it's in my closet. He's wearing number 2. That's his brother's jersey from a few years ago.
Back on the field for the Ledgers with that number 2. Second and 11, and a big tackle. Tate Schoofs going nowhere.
You can't run at Tate Schoofs and expect to juke him out. He's too quick and too sure of a tackler. What a great tackle by Schoofs. He was right there. Nowhere for the Edgewood Crusaders to go on that play.
They'll get another yard back, 3rd and 10 for Edgewood.
Bad play design for Edgewood. They didn't even block number 44 Tate Schoofs. If you're not going to block the outside linebacker and run right at him, you better not be going at number 44 Tate Schoofs. That's a negative play 99 out of 100 times.
Bagstad looking for some magic. Probably will have to find it through the air. Hartley has thrown downfield thus far. Dropping back, the lefty down the middle, overthrows his man. Had about 3 receivers in the area.
That was the first time they've ever thrown to the middle of the field. It's been really interesting. Number 5, their quarterback, has been rolling out to the right with a left-handed quarterback. That was the first play they actually did a straight back pass and went down the middle, but way overshot him. The passing attack for Edgewood doesn't scare me as of right now. If I'm the defensive coordinator for the Ledgers, Zach Luderman, I'm thinking the Edgewood Crusaders can't get anything going really right now. They can't really run the ball, and they certainly haven't been able to pass it downfield.
It's not often you see 3 receivers running the same route in between the hash marks. This snap a little low, outside, punt away, a little short, off the head of an Edgewood player, and then bounces in favor of Edgewood. I would have to assume this one's coming back.
No, the ball hit the Crusaders' helmet, so the ball's dead right there.
Right.
So the Ledgers are going to get another 7 or 8 yards from where the spot is right now. That spot is not correct as of right now. They're going to bring it up.
Something to look at right here below the box here. Cannon Cluck, the starting offensive lineman on the sideline. Little shaken up, getting some fluids in.
He's got some medical issues where he just cannot play the whole game. He's got to take some breaks. He's been playing every play at right guard and defensive tackle. That takes a wear on you. These Crusaders are not little guys. You look up front, 250, 265. Cluck is going battle back and forth every single play as an offensive lineman, 3-point stance. That takes a toll on you throughout the game.
And you're talking about how well they've played on both sides of the ball as well. Running game has been few and far between for Edgewood. This one to Jack Holzman, able to fight through a plethora of tackles. Pickup of 8 yards.
The Ledgers don't lose much. They bring a junior, number 66, Billy Everson, to replace Cluck to give him a breather. Now, Billy was actually the starting right guard last year as a sophomore until Cluck got his medical issues under his control and gained more weight and was able to take back his starting right position, right guard. But Billy Everson introduced himself to number 50 and he got kind of pancaked, but he made the block. Good block by Billy.
They mark him down 2 yards back where the knee hit the ground, 2nd and 4. Anderson, play action, under pressure, rolling out to his right, looks to get rid of it, off the hands of an Edgewood player, incomplete.
Flag on the play.
Back near the line of scrimmage, could be in the realm of holding, but we remain to hear the official call. Asking the captain on the side of Edgewood, it will be on the Ledgers.
So the decision now is, are they going to accept the play? Was a negative play? It was an incompletion. So their choices are either 3rd and 5 or 2nd and about 9. Let's see what they decide to do.
They looks like they will take the penalty yardage, back it up. It will rather be 2nd and 14.
Good decision, because the yards have been hard to come by against the Ledger's defense. You might as well take any yard you can. That's a difficult play to swallow for Ledgers. Not only is it a 5-year penalty, but it's 5 years from where it happened, and it was offensive holding in the backfield. That's really a kind of a 10-yard penalty from where the spot was.
Ledgers still remain in control, though they are behind the 6, 10-0 lead. This one, a double fake. Anderson up the gut, breaking a tackle. Wow, a 14-yard gain for a first down.
Another fake jet sweep. The jet sweep has been all window dressing so far, just to confuse the defense, but it's only a matter of time, Frankie, before they hand off to number 4, Ben Baker, number 1, Jack Holzman, on that jet sweep. It's a hard play to defend after the Ledger's been crashing between the tackles all game. Now those linebackers got to go from sideline to sideline. The Ledgers are probably trying to wear those linebackers down and the defense linemen for the Crusaders down to run it right before half comes.
They will mark him a yard short, 3rd and 1. Anderson.
Stellmacher's out. Ruel, the senior running back's in the game. Look for Ruel to get the ball here to get a first down.
Ruel with a plethora of carries late in the 4th quarter a week ago. Anderson keeps it himself. Only needs a yard. Looks like he's got it, but maybe a little short.
They didn't give the ball to Ruel. They let him be the lead blocker, and they ran a quarterback power right. So Ruel is the lead blocker coming up right through the B gap between the guard and the tackle, and they got a first down. Good play by Ruel. Good block. Ben Anderson put his head down. Big first down for Ledgers.
Anderson did just enough on that carry.
But again, Ben Anderson taking a lot of hits. It's a long season, number 3, Ben Anderson. I just don't want to see him get hurt. You got to remember, last year he had problems with concussions. He left the game, the final game of the season last year with a concussion. He had a concussion earlier in that season as a junior on the basketball court. He's a hard player to bring down, but he runs hard. You just got to stay healthy, and that's why he doesn't play defense.
Fearless mentality for Ben Anderson, shown time and time again on the field here at Breese Stevens. 1st and 10, near the 50, another false start. Their 2nd of the night. Bob Hyland's not going to be happy with that.
Bob Hyland hates mental mistakes. Mental mistakes are something that can be cleaned up as long as you concentrate. That's why he's had so much success over his 54 years, is no mental mistakes. The Ledgers have not played mistake-free football. They played good football thus far, but only 10-0, Frankie. 2 minutes left. This is a big stopper. If Edgewood can stop the Ledgers from getting in and go to the halftime at 10-0, I think that's a win for them right now.
1st and 15, 5 yards behind the chains, but they've done well to get penalty yardage back when they've had penalties called against them. Anderson taking it himself for the keeper. Can't find much space. And that one of the first negative runs of Ben Anderson's game tonight.
It's interesting to see Ben Anderson run the ball as much as he has when Noah Mall has only had 0 runs, 1 pass. Noah Mall, number 2, arguably the best athlete on the field with Jack Holzman, hasn't got the ball yet. Look for number 2, Noah Mall, to get in the offense sooner or later here.
Legendary head coach Bob Hyland calls his first timeout of the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Back at Breese Stevens Field, Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz with Radio Plus Video Sports. We're a minute and 37 seconds away from your Holiday Automotive halftime show. But a big drive here for the Ledgers prior to that. They've gone back and forth with some penalties here, have to drive the length of the field to try to push this score.
The Ledgers have lots of yards to go, 60 yards to go to score, but they have plenty of time, a minute and 37 seconds left, plus they have 2 timeouts. And remember, in high school football, every first down stops the clock. The Ledgers are definitely in not 4-down territory. They want to get some positive yards here, but they're not going to do anything silly.
Anderson. 2nd and 16.
Blitz
up the middle shown. Halsman on the carry. He's got the jet sweep towards the outside.
Stops the clock.
Back near the original line of scrimmage, but like you said, stops the clock, getting out of bounds. 3rd and long. We'll call it about 3rd and 12.
But good play call. They got positive yards, and they also got the clock stop. Now look for a pass. They're going to try to run something deep, probably a flood pattern, something like that. But they're definitely going to pass here. If they get the first down, they got plenty of time to score because, like I said, they have 2 timeouts. They don't have to burn it. They get a first down, they'll probably rush a little bit, but they won't burn a timeout yet.
Holzman with a couple carries here today. Been effective on the outside. Anderson going to need a big play. Blitz up the middle yet again. Picked up. Anderson, right side. Got his receiver near the first down. Not sure if he got it, but
first down.
Could be a 4th down opportunity. Brad, you got that right. A first down. A clutch play by Ben Anderson to try to get points before this first half concludes.
It's called forward progress. When Khalil Rebeck caught the ball, he was almost at the 40-yard line. He did get driven back, but it doesn't matter. Where he caught the ball is where the referee will spot it. First down by a good yard.
Rebeck, 13-yard reception. Had a couple a week ago. Anderson takes it. Play action. Maybe a screen. He'll find Holzman. What a move! Back up to center now. Left hash marks. A little gain, but a crazy move to pair with it. Highland, his second timeout of the half. 55 seconds. We'll be back in 30.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Back at Breese Stevens Field, the Ledgers looking for points before the half concludes. Anderson around 80 yards passing thus far.
And the last play was to Jack Holzman. Now, Jack Holzman did a great job on that selling him run. He was coming to the linebacker. They called a crackback fake. He's coming to the linebacker like he's blocking, and he's rolling out to the flat. That's how he was so wide open. The linebackers thought he was going to be blocking run play, but he caught the pass. The Crusaders are blitzing linebackers almost every play, Frankie, but great job of the offensive line and the running back for the Ledgers picking up that blitz. The linebackers have put pressure on Ben Anderson, but no sacks yet. They have not let up. It's almost a blitz every play.
Defense looking for answers, have gotten a few stops. Of course, the one takeaway, Will Stellmacher fumbled in plus territory. Nonetheless, score remains 10-0. Anderson with Ben Baker in motion. Play action. Under pressure, out to the right. Got to run for his life. Throws to the sideline. Holzman makes another leaping grab and out of bounds.
And a first down. Stops the clock.
Really heating up is Jack Holzman.
Now, Jack Holzman's one of those. He's 6'4", and he can jump out of the gym. So all Ben Anderson has to do is throw it up. No defensive back in the state can cover the jumps of that kid. He goes up, gets the ball. Great catch. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock.
And coming into this game, I wouldn't have imagined Ben Anderson would be outpassing his rushing stats at this current moment, but he is. Plus side of 80 yards passing, having himself a first half.
Well, last week they didn't need to pass. He only passed 12 times last week, 10 completions. Great job, very efficient. Tonight they're opening up a little bit. Playbook's wide open.
Straight drop back. Anderson to the outside. Khalil Rebeck stumbled on his break. That will be incomplete. 42 seconds left on your Quest interior scoreboard. The out route for Rebeck would have been near the first down marker.
But an incomplete pass stops the clock. Nothing really hurt for the Ledgers. They were going for a good first down, 10-yard gain to get even closer to field goal range for Lucas Babler. I believe they're right now on the 25-yard line. That's where the first field goal was good from. The second field goal was actually at this exact spot. He missed it with a little bit of breeze in his face. But right now they definitely are in field goal range. They're just looking to do some positive. Don't be surprised them to run the ball to get a few more yards and then call that timeout. Nope, passing play.
Ruel remains the running back. Anderson nearly fumbled the snap to the end zone. Mull trying to run under it, but far too towards the sideline.
And you might be saying, Frankie, how does Lenz know that it's a passing play? You look at the offensive linemen; their hands are barely down in the grass. They're telling you it's a pass play. I could tell the passing play was from all the way up here.
First time Anderson has really dealt with some pressure in his face on a straight drop back. And that one incomplete. Noah Mull, the closest receiver, but a smart play with pressure in his face. Only 6 seconds gone off the clock.
And the Ledgers still got a timeout. The Ledgers just got to get something positive a little bit. I don't feel like they need to run because they are already in the range for Lucas Babler, but they just want to get a few more yards and make a little bit better kick for Lucas.
3rd and 10 from the 25. Anderson, straight drop back, looking to throw towards the right sideline, far too wide for Ben Baker. 4th down. Babler, we expect him to take the field.
Ben Anderson wishes he had that throwback. He had a wide open Ben Baker in a curl route over there. They call it a comeback. Actually, it's a 15 yards back to 12. Ben Baker ran a great route. He was open. Ben Anderson was on a little bit duress, threw a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and just threw it wide. But he had he had an open receiver. He wishes he had that throwback.
Babler with his 3rd field goal attempt of the night. Missed his first kick of the year today on a call that we believe should have been offsides.
He did miss one last week. He missed a field goal. He wasn't perfect from extra points, missed one field goal last week.
Make that his second then. This
free
one
play
from Babler is going to go through the uprights. Has enough leg right down the middle, but we do have a flag, Brad.
It's offsides on Edgewood, which they should have called offsides last time they're at the 25-yard line and kicked it. This time they called it. Bob Hounds did decline the penalty, take the 3 points, never take points off the board.
Great call from the experienced head coach in his final season. We'll stay right here. With 27 seconds left in the half, a 13-0 lead for St. Mary Springs. Brad, if you are Bob Highland and this Ledgers team, are you happy with your 13-point lead?
Oh, absolutely. Edgewood is no joke. They're a great team, great program. They struggled last year a little bit. They won their first game like they won their first game this year, and then they ran into the buzzsaw called the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. Now, one thing to note here, we got a sophomore kicker. He's always kicking from the hash. You can kick from either hash or actually anywhere you want on the field, on the 40-yard line. It's up to the kicker where he wants to go. Bentley will always choose the hash. He's trying to kick it into the corner, trying to use that sideline as an extra 12th man.
Deep back, Jack Halloran to receive for the Edgewood Crusaders. Still scoreless here in the first half. 27 seconds to try to find some sort of success. Off the foot of Coots to the
perfect kick.
Rather, the other side, number 3, fields it, Ryland Port. Port reversing fields up the center, has 2 blockers, trying to break it outside. A shoestring tackle made by Ben Baker. An experienced play to save maybe a bigger play.
And that's why Ben Baker is there. He's an experienced player. Last year was also, they call that the contain man. Ben Baker is not running down full speed, not trying to blow up the wall on the kick return. He is there to squeeze it down and make sure no one gets outside. If Ben Baker doesn't make that tackle, this score is 13-6. Great tackle by number 4, Ben Baker.
We're seeing Stellmacher play some special teams. Burwell has been the back on offense the last couple drives. Anything to look into there?
They got extra safety in the game. They got number 9, Cale Krusik in, so they got 3 guys deep. They got Highland, Holzman, and Krusik deep, all halves.
5 wide, 5 receivers. Bagstad, far side, complete and out of bounds. Nice little chunk to start this drive.
That's a win for the Ledgers. The Ledgers are definitely okay with them getting 7 or 8 yards of burning clock right now. They just don't want anything 20, 30, 40 yards or more.
It's a prevent defense here, as you said. Better safe than sorry.
Well, the D-line, this is what they live for. They know it's a pass play. Pin your ears back, go full. So you don't have to contain, you don't have to do your gap, and you don't have to worry about a run play. This is an automatic pass. Pin your ears back, try to get a sack.
Bagstad dropping back to pass again. Rolling out to his right. He'll have to flip his hips. Backing up with Mull. Giving pressure.
And again, in high school football, that's non-intentional grounding. Years ago, that could have been called for intentional grounding because he obviously was thrown away. He had number 2, Noah Mull, breathing down him. But as long as you're outside of the pocket, they say, you can throw the ball over the scoreboard. It's not an intentional grounding.
3rd and 4, 7 seconds remain in the first half. Potentially the last play of the half. Maybe a quick completion, timeout, quick run, timeout, and go for that Hail Mary. Might have time for those 2 plays. It's a 4th down anyway. Doesn't really much matter.
What can happen here is they can go deep twice because this play is going to take up about 4, 5, 6 seconds. And then the last play, they can throw it deep again, hoping for maybe a defensive interference, something like that, run another play with 0 seconds.
It will be a quick run to Patterson. Patterson up the gut, finds some good space. It will take 4 seconds off the clock. Bagstad has been waiting for this moment all game, possibly here to uncork a touchdown pass late in the game. As Edgewood takes their timeout.
Now, the ball's at the 42-yard line, 47-yard line. Oh, they're going to just let it go.
Well, they're going to take it to the half, rather.
Yep.
Interesting move here from Edgewood, but wanting to play it safe.
The clock started as soon as the chains were set, and they didn't want to run another play. They're going to go to the halftime, talk about it. 13-0. They're not out of this game. The Ledgers let them kind of back into that. That second quarter was not as dominant as the first quarter.
Nonetheless, a 13-0 lead for the visiting Ledgers. All things good for them. I mean, they'll receive the second half kickoff. And we'll be here right back with your Holiday Automotive halftime show. Back in a few.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Right, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Welcome to your Holiday Automotive halftime show, brought to you by Holiday Automotive. My name is Frankie Bright. You're hearing from us at Radio Plus Video Sports from Breese Stevens Field, where the Ledgers lead the Crusaders 13-0 here in Madison, Wisconsin. A busy area here tonight as the Badgers are playing as well. Holiday Automotive Highlights is brought to you by Holiday Automotive, worth the trip. Let's take a look here at our first half stats on the side of St. Mary Springs. They open up scoring with Will Stellmacher, a 1-yard touchdown run to open things up, followed by an extra point from Lucas Babler. That sophomore special teams unit, highly efficient. Snap, the hold, the kick has been clean through the first 2 weeks of the season. Stellmacher fumbled late in the first quarter. Haven't seen him much on offense since. Ruel, the senior running back, has taken the majority of the snaps and a few carries a week ago. Ben Anderson passing north of 80 yards on the evening as well throughout the first half, on pace to break his yardage from a week ago, which stood at 144 yards passing. His first of the day went to Garver Beekler for his first varsity reception, opening up the passing game, which has been highly efficient for Ben Anderson. Noah Mall finding a big one near the end zone, too, which we thought went for a touchdown, which led to the Stellmacher touchdown run. Other scoring updates for the Ledgers. Lucas Babler, the sophomore kicker, 2 for 3 on field goals. A great day so far. Missed the one field goal, which we believed could have been an offsides call. His third field goal of the day did have an offsides call. Nonetheless, Bob Highland elected to take the points, leading to their 13-0 lead. On the defensive side of things, they're holding the Crusaders' rushing attack to a much different ball game to what they saw a week ago. Patterson with about 20 yards on the ground, and their quarterback, Gannon Bagstad, hasn't rushed the ball once. Had 112 yards on the ground a week ago, 1 for 60-plus yards. Much different story here today. Passing way more than we saw him pass a week ago, with 3 completions for 26 yards in last week's contest against McFarland. This week, finding what he can, some bubble screens here and there, some slants over the middle, outside passes, nothing deep. Had a couple chances deep, but overthrew his receivers both times. In terms of an offensive spark for the Ledgers, Jack Holzman, number 1, had a couple jet sweep plays that went for a couple short gains, and then, of course, about 15 yards receiving on some big first down conversions for that young man. Back here with your Holiday Emotive halftime show with some more stats and keys to the second half after this break.
Listen to 95 and 96.1 The Rock on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WTCX. Or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app. Everything that rocks. 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
Listen to Sunny 97.7 on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WFDL FM. Or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app and searching WFDL FM. Songs that make you feel good. Sunny 97.7.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen.
If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods, or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Back with your Holiday Automotive halftime show. Holiday Automotive Highlights is brought to you by Holiday Automotive. Worth the trip. Bob Hyland just completed a very elaborate and expressive pep talk to his team on the sideline, and the team is up 13-0. You can hear him shouting from the field up here in the booth, animated as ever, even in his 54th season. More on that later during our halftime show break. But for now, let's jump into our keys to the second half. Starting on the side of St. Mary Springs, they found a lot of success here in this first half offensively. That has to continue. Finding rushing success with their running backs. Ben Anderson has attempted the run many times, taking a few big hits tonight. You want to see them protect their young quarterback. Again, it's only the second game of the season, and it's a long season. He's played like a star. Got to protect that star. Will Stellmacher, Ruel on the ground, try to get some space for those two guys. We've seen Noah Mall carry the ball. He's an enforcer. Get it into the hands of those stars. Even Brody Highland, success on the outside. Jack Holzman, success on the outside. We'd want to see them to keep running the ball efficiently and protect Ben Anderson. A key to the game on the other side for the Crusaders here in Edgewood, or from Edgewood rather. Their offense has been suffocated through one half of play. Haven't had any success passing the ball, rushing the ball, and even at the end of the half, electing not to try the Hail Mary pass. We were watching it in warm-ups. Begstad's got the arm to get it to the end zone from plus territory. They were around the 45-yard line. Could have had a shot, elected to play it safe, play their cards in the second half, and go for no points. The lead remains 13-0. You want to see some more fight from Edgewood to try and climb back into this game. I know Bob Hyland was just speaking to this final key. Play smart football if you're St. Mary Springs. You want to minimize the penalties. We've seen a few holds, a few false starts, backing the team up when you probably didn't need to, finding themselves in plus territory on the edge of field goal range. Some long ones for Lucas Babler. If they can avoid the penalties, keep moving the football, marching down the field, making those kicks a little closer for Babler, who's had a great night, they should be able to keep this lead. Yet again, rushing efficiency has to stay strong if they want to keep moving the chains. They dominated time of possession in the first half. They've got to stick to that and limit the big plays on the side of the defense for Edgewood. Had a couple big plays a week ago. The 60-yarder from Gannon Begstad. Patterson, lots of yardage on the ground. If they can avoid that, they should be able to hang on here from Breese Stevens Field. Seeing the team warm up here for the second half as we'll take our final break of this halftime show. Back in 6 minutes, we'll have your halftime kickoff.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Some of the services that I really love is they offer a salt booth, sauna, IV therapy, and vibration therapy. Those are some of my favorite. I was able to work with a coach, and we looked at what I need for myself and my body and my hormones, and we made a plan. Foods that I eat, the exercise that I need. You'll carry this knowledge with you forever.
Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
back here at Breese Stevens Field for the conclusion of our halftime show. Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz. Brad, it's been a great showing here from the Ledgers to start the game off, led by Bob Highland. Most wins in state history. Let's take some time to honor the career of a man in his final season. 514 wins, 116 losses. Talk about that differential. 2 ties, 54th season with St. Mary Springs. And you're a player who played with Bob Highland. Talk to the intensity of that head coach.
He hasn't changed at all. I played with him in 92, 93, 94. 3 conference championships in a row, state runner-up. Very successful program, obviously, tons of wins, tons of state championships. He hasn't changed. He's down there. He's up 13-0. It's not good enough for Bob. He's talking to his captains. He's talking to his own grandson. He's talking to all of his offensive linemen. Step it up. You got shoulder pads, use them. He's pointing out guys saying, you want to be a spectator? Pay admission. Hit somebody. He's challenging his team. They're getting the ball the second half. He's challenging his team to go down the field and score and step on Edgewood and put this game out of reach.
And as you said, St. Mary Springs will receive the second half kickoff, and more to Bob Highland here with St. Mary Springs, most state titles in WIAA with 9. That combines 8 from WISAA as well.
To put that in perspective, Frankie, half of the schools in Wisconsin haven't won a state championship in any sport. Here, St. Mary Springs wins 9 just in football. It's pretty amazing. When you go to it's called the Hutter Gymnasium at St. Mary Springs, you go up and look at all the state championship banners. I think they're up to like 34 or 35 state championships. It's just unreal. It's just, most teams don't even have half of those in just conference championships. We have them in state championships.
Edgewood back on the field. You're taking a look at the students section. They were rowdy and cheering on their home team. Regardless of the lead, stands filled up pretty nicely here in a beautiful Breese Stevens Field.
Look for Noah Mall to get the ball a little bit more in the second half. Ben Anderson, I thought he got a little bit more carries than I like to see the quarterback take. I don't want to see in a non-conference game, second game of the year, I don't want our quarterback getting 9, 10 carries in the first half, getting banged up. Ben Anderson, this team is going to go as far as Ben Anderson can take them. Noah Mall will get more carries in the second half. They'll look to him to give him the ball. I believe that the Ledgers are the dominant team here. The first quarter showed it. I believe the Ledgers were just a little tired. All these offensive and defensive linemen are going both ways for Ledgers. And when you start getting a little tired, it's hard to move that man. It's hard to make that block. It's hard to make that tackle. And that's what kind of made it a little bit more equal. Edgewood's a bigger school than Springs. They have more players. They have more juniors and seniors. And it showed there. The Edgewood, it was almost an even tie there that second quarter. Sure, the Ledgers did score 3 points at the end, but it was pretty even there. The Ledgers did not dominate the second quarter like they did the first.
Minute away from our second half kickoff. The Ledgers will come to the sideline. And on the side of the Crusaders, Bagstad played obviously the first half. Want to mention this, a week ago, both quarterbacks had some snaps. And it could have been because they were up 38-10, and that's why we saw the backup quarterback. Do you think it's time for a change? Do you think anything is warranted a change at quarterback for the Crusaders?
Well, their backup quarterback's a sophomore. I saw him throwing the ball. He's actually, the sophomore quarterback for Crusaders is bigger than the junior starter quarterback. He's a bigger kid. He throws the ball very well in warm-ups. They both were probably pretty equal, but I just don't see the sophomore coming in. I don't think it was the starter's fault. I think Edgewood's playing decent football. I think they're just up against a way better opponent than they faced last week.
And with that, our Quest Interior scoreboard, and both of these teams are ready for the second half.
Now, don't forget, St. Mary Springs beat Edgewood 28-3 last year. You know, it's 13-0. It's a closer game than it was last year.
Kick is up and away. Jack Holzman fields it from inside his own 5. Has plenty of blockers in front of him. Will follow them up the gut. Holzman breaking tackles near midfield down to the 48.
What a great return, but not only was it a great run, but great blocking. The wall was set up so perfectly. Bob Highland focuses so much on special teams. The wall was all together, shoulder pad to shoulder pad. Now, it's illegal to hold hands, but you can get super close in that wall. Jack Holzman yells, "Go, go, go." Everyone's blocking for him, and he just broke a couple tackles, and here we are at the 50-yard line.
Holzman has brought the energy here tonight. A huge return there, a couple of nice carries, and a couple important converting receptions.
Look for the Ledgers to do not just jet sweep where they send a guy straight in motion. Look for they call it orbit, where the Brody Highland or something like that will go backwards, like almost like a pitch man. Here it is, just like that.
In motion, Anderson gives a Stellmacher up the middle. Stellmacher can't find much space, but will find just 2 yards.
They're going to do that now because the inside linebackers for Edgewood have been blitzing almost every single play, Frankie. The Ledgers are going to try to do what they call orbit, bring a guy in motion and have him kind of cut back behind the quarterback. So those linebackers are like, oh boy, should I blitz or should I stay home to make sure I can get the pitch man? Freeze him just a little bit, that'll help the Ledgers offense.
Anderson himself also efficient on the ground, north of 50 yards rushing. Would love to see, as you said, see the backs get some more touches. Noah Mall maybe. This one will be kept by Anderson, though. Bouncing it back inside, gets decked by his own man. Anderson, best just go down there. Loss of a yard.
Number 52, Jackson Pels, was looking for someone to block, but unfortunately Ben Anderson ran right into him. And Pels is no little man. He's 5'11", 220. Ben Anderson might have been, that was probably Ben Anderson's biggest hit on him all evening.
3rd and 9 coming up after the loss of a yard.
That last play was a double pull. They pulled not only the guard, Pels, but they also pulled the tight end, Noah Mall, and tried to do a quarterback keeper.
From the right hash marks, Ben Anderson, straight drop back, good protection, fires to the right sideline. Ben Baker hauls it in for the first down. Another clutch catch by the Ledger receiver.
And a great pass, a great route by Ben Baker. Now that's why the Ledgers practice so much passing and during practice. That's called a comeback, where Ben Baker is going to go off 15 yards, put the brakes on, and come back towards his sideline. That ball is meant to be thrown before Baker even makes his cut. It's all about timing. You run it 50 to 100 times, you start getting that timing down, and that play worked very well.
Anderson fires a dart to where only his receiver could catch it. A 3rd down conversion, a great 3rd down efficiency for this Ledgers team. We have a stoppage here. Could be an equipment issue.
Uniform malfunction. Noah Mall has the play calls on his wristband, and it kind of was all coming off. He must have had a big block or something like that where he kind of ripped up on him.
Game clock back underway. Student section for Edgewood. Loudest they've been tonight. This one, a fake from Anderson. Pitches it outside to Highland. Highland tries to break a tackle, but he cannot. A great play made on the outside by the Edgewood defender.
The timing was slightly off on that. Brody Highland was in motion. They call that orbit. But he actually slowed down a little bit, waiting for Ben Anderson to kind of catch up to him. I would like to see Brody Highland get on his horse and get out to the sideline. Ben Anderson can pitch as long as he's pitching parallel or backwards. It's a legal play.
Highland goes for a yard on the option play. Rebeck, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Stellmacher, the back. Anderson with the snap. Fake to Stellmacher, keeps it himself along the left side. A nice gain on 2nd down.
It's pretty apparent they're using Stellmacher as a decoy and giving Ben Anderson a lot of runs tonight. Now, let's hope that Ben Anderson can go 4 quarters of that, but he's been running the ball quite a bit. More than I like to see the quarterback take hits early in the season, but he's been successful. It's been our number 1 play. Quarterback keeper, quarterback power, quarterback blast.
Anderson north of 100 total yards and then some here early in the 2nd half.
Now, it's different than last week. Last week was super hot. Tonight is a little bit cooler. This will help these offensive linemen going both ways for the Ledgers.
3rd and 2 to go.
Trips to the near side. Look for a pass.
Plus territory for Anderson and the Ledgers. Blitz coming, maybe from Edgewood. They'll bring it, but Anderson up the gut, takes it himself. A nice cutting move for a 1st down.
And again, that motion orbit by Joey Kuhn was only for window dressing. There was nothing other than just to confuse the linebackers, make them just say to themselves, I don't know if I want to blitz this play. I got to stay home to make sure I get that sideline to sideline.
1st and 10 from the 28. This drive started at the 48 of the Ledgers after the great return from Jack Holzman.
And like I said, Bob Highland challenged his team. He said, we're getting the ball in the 2nd half, march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you'll take the air out of the Crusaders' sails.
Empty backfield for Anderson. Takes a snap. Dropping back. Quick pass tipped. Nearly picked off, but luckily nobody there incomplete. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
That ball can be intercepted at least 60-70% of the time. When that ball gets tipped like that, it's all 11 defenders sitting there. It's just a very lucky play for the Ledgers that was not deflected.
Kale Krusik checks in at receiver.
The Ledgers had empty backfield. Ben Anderson was the only player in the backfield. They had everyone going out for like a curl route, just a short route, trying to get 4 or 5 yards, trying to get to Will Stellmacher, who's not really a pass catcher per se, but that play was designed to go to him.
Brody Highland in the slot. Anderson keeps it himself again on the read option for a nice chunk on 2nd down. 3rd down coming up.
And the Ledgers on that last play had twins left and twins right. Kind of spread out Edgewood and go right up the middle. It was a fake run to the right to Stellmacher. Ben Anderson pulled the ball and ran to the left. Tried to get positive yards, and he did it again.
3rd and 6. What do you predict here? Rush, pass.
Stellmacher hasn't got the ball this half. I'd like to see Stellmacher get the ball. Noah Mall's on the line, so he's not getting it.
Lucas Babler almost in his range. This could just be a safe run.
Look for power right.
Anderson, what do you got? Play action. This one to Ben Baker on the screen. Able to make a man miss. Another man miss. Cutting inside. Cuts again. A touchdown. Ben Baker taking ankles all over the field.
Shake and bake. No pun intended. Wow, what a killer screen. He's actually catching the ball negative. He's actually catching the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So that ball, he juked out 4 guys, Frankie. What a great run by number 4, Ben Baker. Impressive.
Baker's 2nd reception of the day goes for 6, and he had to do it. Had to go through a few men to get there, but he did it.
Well, Bob Highland challenged his team to march down the field and score a touchdown this first half and take the wins out of the Crusader sails, and that's exactly what his offense did, led by Ben Anderson.
28-yard touchdown reception for Ben Baker. Lucas Babler here for the extra point.
Offsides.
Another early jump. This one, a low driving kick, but it's good. The Ledgers lead at 20-0, and we will be back here in 30 seconds.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
Back here at Breese Stevens Field, Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz on the call. 6:39 left in the 3rd quarter, and we just saw one of the prettiest plays we've seen thus far this season.
Great play design. The Ledgers just put that in this week called Killer Screen. It's meant to go to Ben Anderson and meant to go to Ben Baker and Ben Baker only. There's no other really receivers on that route. Ben Baker's designed to get the ball, juke out the defense like he did, and wow, he put on a show. If I'm Madison Edgewood, I'm running a reverse here. I got to do something different to get my offense some good yardage and get back in this game. Look for a reverse.
Coots to kick off for the Ledgers. High driving kick, fielded near the 5. Been there consistently for Coots. Cutting back, following his blockers, finding the outside. Good space here. Baker could have been held there. I don't see a flag on the field.
And Ben Baker needs a new jersey after that hold. Man, he was getting manhandled there, but the ref did not call it. Must have been had his hands. You know, those refs there's holding basically in every single play. As long as the offensive guy, in this case the return team, doesn't get his hands like away from his body and really make it obvious, the refs won't call it in high school football. But it was definitely holding on number 4, Ben Baker.
Ryland Port takes it to the 32, and talk about time of possession dominating from the Ledgers. Nearly a 6-minute opening drive here in the second half. Bagstad's been sitting on the sideline. We'll see what he's got here from the shotgun.
All the starters are back in the game for Edgewood.
This one to Patterson, up the gut, bouncing outside, but a play made on the edge. Freund comes in to finish it off. Little to no gain on 1st down.
Great play by number 66, the junior Billy Everson. Takes on the block, sheds the block, makes the tackle, just like the coaches taught him. What a great play by 66 Everson.
And we talked about our keys to the game. The Ledgers got to stop the rushing attack, and they've done just that. Limiting the big plays, limiting the big runs. I don't know if we've seen a run longer than 6 yards for Edgewood here tonight.
The Ledgers like to have 3 down linemen, but they know Edgewood wants to run the ball, so they're putting 5 guys down in the line of scrimmage. It's tough to run against that.
Man in motion, snap to Bagstad, quick pass, curl route near the sticks, pickup of about 7 yards. And they'll say it's incomplete. Ball came out. Incomplete pass. It will stay 3rd and 8.
Well, the Ledgers will take it. It looked complete from up here, but it was probably the best route and best pass of the night for Edgewood. It was thrown before the receiver even turned. It was a good timing route. He just dropped the ball.
Bagstad finds himself in a similar situation, 3rd and long.
And now the Ledgers got a third safety in there. All 3 will have deep thirds. So you got Brody Highland, 1/3, Holzman in the middle, and Krusik in the other half.
Bagstad, straight drop back, watch out, maybe a block in the back. Nothing called there. Loading up, deep pass, man open, underthrown, Holzman in coverage.
Well,
scary moment there for the Ledgers.
He was open, he was beat, but Gannon Bagstad, the starting quarterback still in the second half, only had 3 completions in the first game of the season. Tonight, he hasn't shown me that he can really throw the ball, and that is going to hurt Edgewood as the season goes on. As more and more film of Edgewood's offense gets out there to the opponents coming up, they're going to see they're kind of one-dimensional. They're throwing a lot more tonight. They're just not successful throwing the ball, Frankie.
August Sager back out for the Crusaders' first punt of the second half. They're man short on the formation.
Now, again, the Crusaders had awfully their quarterback's their snapper, Frankie, number 5.
Interesting tidbit there, Brad. I did not see that all game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't the starting snapper. I think he probably came in.
This one nearly blocked. A great bounce there from Sager. This one will bounce all the way inside the 20-yard line. Good roll on the punt. Worst starting field position of the night, I do believe, for the Ledgers. But they've been able to move the ball very efficiently. I think the main thing here is just to run this clock down. Consistent, short gains, as they've done all game. Keep moving the football. Anderson back in the huddle. He'll deliver the play call. 5:24 left in the third. Stellmacher remains the back to his right. Baker out at receiver. Rebeck on the other side. Brody Highland in the slot. He'll be in motion. Following the motion man, here's the carry to Stellmacher. Stellmacher can't find much.
Well, that hasn't happened much against the Ledgers tonight. Edgewood has given up a lot of yards on first down. That play was very good defense on Edgewood. 2nd and 10 really lets the Edgewood defense down to pin their ears back. The Ledgers are going to have to probably pass the next 2 plays, and that is one-dimensional football. That's what the defense wants to put the offense in. 2nd and 10 is way different than 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5, you get the whole playbook at your disposal. Now the Crusaders got the sticks in their favor.
See Noah Mall there on the near side.
And Noah Mall hasn't got the ball much today.
It's been quiet.
Look for Mall to get the ball here.
Anderson gives to Noah Mall, rushing the other way, breaking a tackle. It takes 5 Crusaders to bring him down. Nice gain on second.
And for the record, we are live, Frankie. I can't predict the Powerball, but I can predict when Mall gets the ball.
With how well you're doing, I might have to call you for some numbers when that number gets high again.
Well, it's one of those things where Noah Mall is a great athlete, great runner, captain of the team, the leader of this team. If he only gets a couple runs the first half, you know, the offensive coordinator, Kyle Krieger, knows that. He knows he's got to feed number 2. Now, he had a great catch for a touchdown early in the game, but he really didn't run the ball much. Now he's definitely not going to get the ball here and run because he's on the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. Anderson, straight drop back, looking to pass. Far side, overthrows his man, tipped up into the air, nearly picked off. Anderson's gotten away with a few here in the second half.
And luckily that none of those have been picked off, because when that ball gets tipped up, they call it a tip drill in practice. A lot of teams will practice that. They'll throw the ball, tip it on purpose, and let the other guys kind of get it. That was called curl left, where the outside receiver does a curl and the inside receiver does an out. And it was just overthrown, and Cale Krusik, the outside receiver, just barely got a hand on it, tipped it up. Luckily, it fell for incomplete. Incomplete's much better than a pick six or an interception.
Ledger's first punt of the evening. It is Ben Anderson,
And
who does the punting duties
he's
for
gonna
this
do
team.
a rugby style. He's actually going to run a little bit and then kind of kick it and hope that it just, that didn't go good.
Short punt. Good bounce towards the sideline. Will go out of bounds at around the 47. Jack Holzman, the nearest man there.
Ben's trying to get that ball to go end over end and roll more. That ball was the rotation of the ball was not in his favor to get any yards after the ball hit the ground.
A good defensive series from the Edgewood Crusaders.
Ledger's got 12 guys in the field. 12 guys in the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get off the field.
Quickly
Cluck comes off.
rushing
Now we got
off.
11.
Yep, is Cluck.
Now on offense, if you have 12 guys in the huddle, it's an automatic penalty. But in defense, as long as the ball's not snapped, that's no penalty.
Begstad takes the snap, gives to Patterson along the left side, follows his blockers until Holzman's there to hold him up, and the rest of the defense comes to his aid.
And Edgewood's pulling 2 linemen right at number 10, Braden Freund. Braden Freund is got to come up stronger and take on that lead block for the full head of steam. He's not coming up quite strong enough, and he's kind of going backwards, and that's not setting the edge, and that's why that was positive yards for the Crusaders. 2nd and 4, a successful play for the Crusaders on first down. They haven't had a lot of those successful plays at first down. That's one of the few they've had all night long.
Bagstad on 2nd down. Takes a snap. Give to Patterson again. Patterson up the middle finds a seam near the first down marker.
2 successful plays. Noah Mall taking himself out. The Ledgers say, rest on defense. We need you on offense. So plays like Mall or Longley or any of those guys that go both ways, they're encouraging them to take themselves out on defense to get a break, a breather, so they're ready to go on offense.
Stellmacher on defense for the Ledgers. Will potentially get a timeout called. They will play on.
Mall came out because he was tired. Everson came out because he has a helmet malfunction. One of his snaps is broke.
Stellmacher at middle linebacker, first we've seen here tonight. This one a keeper by Begstad. His first rush of the game gets tripped up. Nice play on the outside by Rebeck.
I think that's actually number 9,
Cale Krusek.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Cale Krusek came up as a defensive back and flared up and made the tackle. Great play by number 9, Cale Krusek. I love the aggressiveness to come on up and make a tackle almost for a loss. Basically no gain there.
Begstad carries for a first down on a short gain.
Oh, short gain. It's a different defense when Noah Mall's not in the game. If I was the Crusaders, I'd attack the middle.
They'll do just that. Here comes Patterson. Patterson carries for about half of what he needs, 5 yards.
You don't think the Crusaders know that number 2 Mall was out of the game? They absolutely did. They were not going to run outside. They were going to run right where number 2 was supposed to be in. And now Mall is rested up, back in the game, and he took 2 plays off, take a little breather. He needs that. He can't go full speed all game long in a position that Mall plays to not be tired.
Under 2 minutes in the third quarter.
Good field position, one of the best field positions all game for the Crusaders.
Begstad, play action, fires outside, receiver not looking for the football. Miscommunication there on the outside.
Someone had their signals crossed. Both guys thought they were blocking, but no one was there to catch the ball. That's a killer screen where one guy's supposed to catch it, the other wide receiver, because they call that twins left, twins the near side here. One guy's supposed to block, one guy's supposed to catch the ball. They both went out for a block. Incomplete.
3rd and 4. 2 down territory potentially here for the Crusaders.
And their running back is sure far back. Look how far back he is behind the quarterback.
Patterson could get the carry. It'll be a play action. Begstad under pressure, stepping up in the pocket. He's ripped down. A sack by this Ledgers defense. Their first of the game.
That was a sack for the whole defensive line because everyone kept contained, flushed that quarterback inside where all the help was, not outside. That quarterback, if he gets outside, it's a big play. He couldn't get outside because the contained man made sure he kept inside contained. Quarterback got stepped up and got tackled for another big 4th down here coming for the Ledgers.
Loss of 2 yards. Begstad and the offense remain on the field for the Crusaders. Potentially their biggest play up to this point in the game, trying to look for a spark and an answer on offense. Begstad, straight drop back, looking to pass outside. Bobbled! Did somebody pick that off? No, it's complete. What a catch to number 1. That's Mikey Hackworthy. Bobbled the catch, took a hit from 3 Ledgers, but completes it for the first down.
He bobbled it. The Ledgers circled in on him and hit him hard, and he actually made the catch. Great catch, great concentration. But as number 1 sees the film next week, you got to catch it on the first try, not the second try.
Bagstad lining up with his offense. Looks like he'll go under center.
First time all day.
This one, handoff. Patterson up the middle. Tackled from behind. Tate Schoofs got in there.
The Ledgers are very tired. You can even tell by the defensive linemen, the way they're going down in the three-point stance, they're very tired. Certainly number 77, Beckett Longley, looks like he's gassed. He's already holding his finger up for one. He needs to play out. He's waiting for subs.
Ben Anderson coming on the field. The quarterback will play defense.
Beckett Longley wanted a sub but didn't get it. He's going to have to stay in there.
Keep an eye on Anderson there, outside corner on the far sideline. Bagstad may elect to keep pounding this football. He will. Patterson, right side, cutting back. Short gain on second down.
Beckett Longley is holding his finger up, saying 1. Not that he's number 1. He needs a play out is what he needs.
Won't need to be subbed off, as this will bring us to the fourth quarter. Third quarter quickly over with here at Breese Stevens Field. Back in a moment for the finale of this game.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademans, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Back for the fourth quarter, Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz, Radio Plus Video Sports. Let's talk about that last play.
Edgewood got away with one there. Their slot on the far side was leaning. He took a little step before the snap of the ball. That should have been an illegal procedure on the offense. The flag was not thrown. Big play coming up here now, 3rd and short.
3rd and short for Edgewood, who was able to convert a 4th and 6. Mikey Hackworthy with the biggest catch of this game for the Edgewood offense. They're going to need a lot more of that from their receivers.
That quarter came at the perfect time for the Ledgers. The Ledgers were gassed. They were tired. Guys were asking to come out. Guys were they were visually tired. So now they got a quick little 2-minute rest. The Ledgers now are fully rested. They got their starting defense in. Let's see if they can hold them on a very important 3rd down here. But definitely 4-down territory.
Definitely have to assume being down 20. It would take an miraculous, 4th quarter. Never say never in football. Bagstad keeps it. Play action throw well behind his receiver, but on the outside had a man on a go route for a potential touchdown.
It looked like he thought he was going to sit down in the area, in the zone, but he just kept going on a slant, and the quarterback threw it 6 yards behind the receiver. Either the quarterback doesn't know where his receivers are going or the receivers are going to the wrong spot, but definitely not on the same page there.
Substitutions galore. This could be...
They're going to kick it.
Yep, that is correct. A field goal attempt to try to get on the board. This would be their first bit of points here from Breese Stevens.
It's a 40-yarder.
Long kick for Will Kelly. Showed a big leg in warm-ups a few hours ago. Can he do it here? Good snap, good hold, kick up from Will Kelly, and he's got the 3 points.
It didn't look pretty. Never got about 15 feet off the ground. Line drive kick, but good enough.
Lead remains 20-3, 17 points. Got to come back from that, can they?
Well, the Ledgers will give up 3 points. They just can't give up touchdowns. They're here to win the game. Now, obviously, the starting defense wants a shutout, because if they get a shutout, they get what they call a blaster next week. It's a little skull and crossbones that goes in their helmet. As the Ledger season goes on, you see more and more guys with skull and crossbones on their right side of their helmets. That's for touchdowns. That's for sacks. That's for holding the team to 0 points in the whole game. Last week, the second string gave up a touchdown towards the end of the game. The starting offense was kind of like, oh, there goes our blaster. Again, 3 points, no blaster this week. But again, the Ledgers are here to get W's, not blasters, and they'll give up 3 points. They just can't give up touchdowns. Now, if you're Edgewood, you got 1 quarter less than 1 quarter to play here. You're kicking off to one of the best teams in Division 5. Onside kick, Frankie. That's what I would do if I was the coach for Edgewood. I would onside kick here, and I would kick it right towards any of the kids in the middle of the lineup that have no name in the back, because that tells you that's the sophomores. They don't have the experience like the juniors and seniors. I kick it right at number 54.
Nonetheless, Ruel, Holzman, the 2 deep returners for the Ledgers. An interesting point made there, Brad, as we await the kick. Only 6 seconds here into the fourth quarter. 1 play incompletion from Bagstad and the following field goal. This one will be booted deep, electing not to choose for an onside kick, but that one out of bounds.
Terrible kick. Now they're giving the Ledgers the ball at the 35-yard line. The Ledgers have great field position, and Edgewood gave up an opportunity to try to get an onside kick.
This ball will come out to, I believe, near the 40, right?
No, maybe it's the 40 in high school.
Great starting field position again for the Ledgers. They found themselves in that position time and time again.
That's 35. Same as the NFL. Starting offense out there for the Ledgers. This game's not in hand yet. They're going to try to score one more time to get the second stringers in there.
Brody Highland at the bottom of your screen. Noah Mall remains out there. Ben Baker in the slot.
They call this trips right, trips to the far side. Mall's the tight on the far side with 2 wide receivers.
Ben Anderson, 1st and 10 from the 35. Ben Baker in motion. He'll take it on a keeper the other way. Missing the block was Stellmacher. And there's a loss on the play for Ben Anderson. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Ben Anderson getting a lot of carries here in this game. It's got to be wearing on his body. He's not a very big guy. He's not like a Mall or Stellmacher that's designed to run the ball. That was just good play by the inside linebacker. He found the gap, he shot the gap, and got a tackle on Anderson for a loss, which was the first time I can remember the Ledgers getting a loss in first down. We got 2nd and 12 now. First time I've said that all game.
Rebeck now the receiver at the bottom of your screen on the outside. This one to Anderson. He'll give to Stellmacher. Stellmacher pushing his way. Nice gain on 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up.
And not a big run, but not an incomplete pass. An incomplete pass would stop the clock. That's a big win for Edgewood. Keeping the ball on the ground keeps the clock turning, makes the Ledgers' 17-point lead seem like 27 points when you keep running the ball and the clock keeps ticking.
4-yard carry for Will Stellmacher. And if you're the Ledgers, you'd love to keep possession here. A very important 3rd and 8 coming up. Anderson puts the mouthpiece in. Takes a snap. Straight drop back. Stellmacher gives him a block to the outside. Nearly picked off. Noah Mall having to play defense.
Now, Noah Mall, something was going wrong with that play because we had 2 Ledger offensive players in the same spot. And you never want that on a passing play because one defensive guy can guard 2 guys. Noah Mall was the near side tight end. He's running what they call a flag route, and the other guy's running a go route. They're both in the same spot. What happened with Khalil Reback, he was trying to run a go route, but he got manhandled by the defensive back, giving him bump and run coverage, they call it. And Khalil never really got off his route, never got downfield. And because of that, he basically ran into Mall. And Mall had to play defense to make sure there was not an interception there.
4th and 8. Anderson will attempt his 2nd punt of this half. Good snap to Anderson. Gets it up and away. This one much higher, much farther. Looking for a good bounce. Fair catch called near the 30-yard line. Flag on the play behind the original line of scrimmage. In the area of holding.
Yeah, the left guard for the Ledgers took his man down.
We await the call. They will converse if this will be accepted or not.
That's the sophomore Bentley Coots just trying to make sure that there was no block of the kick. He just took the guy by the shoulder pads and brought him down, and they called it a hold. Now, the thing is Edgewood going to take the penalty, or they're just going to decline it and get the offense out in the field. They're probably just going to decline it, which they did. It's almost like the hold never happened.
Noam All takes the field on defense, as you mentioned, looking a little winded his last time out. His entire defense was on a grueler of a defensive drive to finish out the third quarter, able to force the field goal attempt. Bagstad in this Edgewood offense trying to come alive here late in the game.
Ledgers are bringing an extra defensive back in, expecting more passing, because the only way Edgewood really can get back in this game is big plays, and they haven't had any big plays running the ball, so look for them to pass the ball. But again, they haven't really been clicking on all cylinders for passing either.
This one, a pass outside, a Patterson wrestled down in the backfield. Tate Schuf's the first one there.
Never actually was tackled, but the refs called forward progress stop. They blew the whistle dead because they don't want anyone to get a tore ACL or big hit on someone who was basically defenseless at that point.
Big loss on first down brings up 2nd and 16. Loss of 6 yards on the play. Not sure if officially that was a pass or a rush. Nonetheless, 2nd down, Bagstad, shotgun. Takes a snap, gives to his back, up the middle, gets the yardage back and more. Nice carry, 3rd down coming up.
I wouldn't say the Ledgers are in a pre-vet defense, but they're definitely in a defense that is willing to give up 6-7 yards, just not 20 or 25.
Holleran with a 9-yard carry. Cannon Cluck takes the field on that Ledger defensive line. 3rd and 8. And if you're Norris and this Crusaders team, is this 2-down territory?
It all depends on how you look at it. It seemed like Lake Country Lutheran last week kind of almost quit. They knew they weren't going to win the game. They didn't go for any 4th downs. They just wanted to get some positive plays for the next week, saying, we're going to take the L and we'll play for next week. This game is not over yet, so don't be surprised if there's a trick play or something that Edgewood's got to do to get some fire under their bellies.
Jesse Norris elects to take a timeout on the Edgewood side of the field, so we'll step away.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Back here on the back end of the Edgewood timeout. 3rd and 8, important down for both sides.
Zach Wilderman, the defense coordinator, out there coaching up his defense, saying, look, guys, they need 6 to 7 yards to get a first down. We'll give up 3, we'll give up 4, we'll give up 5. Bend, but don't break.
Here comes Bagstad and his offense after a lengthy conversation. Interested to see what they've drawn up here. Ben Baker, the corner on the near side. Joey Kuhn, the outside corner. Holzman guarding the slot.
Back to their standard 3-4 defense.
Empty backfield. Bagstad dropping back over the middle, finds his man. Great space, breaking a tackle of Holzman and ripped down after Edgewood's biggest play of the game here in the 4th quarter.
Well, Edgewood came out with trips to the far side of the field, the near side receiver there in the trips formation, did a post route and just found a little seam in the defense, and nice pass by Bagstad.
Luke Fickle on the reception. Bagstad's longest completion of the game. He's been looking for the deep ball all day.
I don't know if Luke Fickle caught that ball. He's over at Camp Randall
excuse
coaching.
me, not Luke Fickle. His son, rather, on the reception. This one given off to the left side.
Yeah, the less famous son.
Right.
The less famous Fickle in the household got that pass. The Badgers playing across town about 2 miles from here at Camp Randall. Badgers playing Western Michigan tonight.
Bagstad not finding much success through the air, but able to find it there. And a nice run to follow.
Yep, that was their most
successful. Jack Halloran.
That was their most successful play of the night at that pass.
2nd and 5. Edgewood looking for a score. This one, a screen pass out to 20. Kuhn on the tackle, missed him, but Noah Mall flattens him.
Great team tackle. 3 guys at the point of attack. All 3 guys got him at the same time. Maul, Kuhn was in on the tackle, and I believe Schufs.
First down for Edgewood. Addison Jones Real Estate moves the chains for another Crusaders first down. Call Addison Jones, then call the movers.
Correction, that was Jack Holzman as the 3rd tackler on that last play. Schufs actually came in on a blitz, put pressure on the quarterback, couldn't quite get there, made him rush a little bit. Edgewood driving the ball here.
Bagstad gives to his back following his blocks for a consistent gain there on first down.
Well, Edgewood is definitely doing positive things this half. They're moving the ball. They've only got 3 points on the board, but they are doing positive things for next week. They may not win this game, but they may have positive things going home and working on next week for when conference starts next week.
Freund slow to get up on the side of the Ledgers. They will take, I believe, a timeout. We'll take this moment to remind you high school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Elstead. Edward Jones making sense of investing. Back to the field now.
Braden Freund, number 10, is the one who took on that block, was in on the tackle, kind of got twisted up, held his knee a little bit. Doesn't look like it's anything too serious because he's able to walk off. Maybe just a cramp. He's getting stretched out in the sidelines, but a backup linebacker in there for number 10, Braden Freund.
2nd and 6. Elstead, design rollout to the left. Bagstead looking to the sideline. Toe tap catch will be complete. Little toe drag swag. Pops the Edgewood sideline.
Well, that looked very well designed. You got a left-handed quarterback rolling out to the left. He looked very comfortable doing that. Sometimes tonight he's been rolling out to the right, throwing left doesn't look very natural at all. That was just a little out route. It's a much shorter pass than what you think as the quarterback's running left, throwing an out route. Now, if he drops back, that's a 35-yard throw, hard throw for a high school quarterback. That was more like a 20-yard throw because he rolled out right to his receiver.
1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Bagstad takes a snap. Design keeper up the middle, meets a defender, pushing the pile. Inside the 5 now, 2 away from Paydirt. Make it the 4, rather. Hurry up offense for Bagstead. Could see another play here. This one could go to Holleran. Same play, design keeper. Bagstad.
Same exact play, and a lot of times the offense will do that. They'll call it Oregon or Badger or something like that, and where they basically tells the whole offense, look, we're not going to huddle up. We're just going to run the exact same play, the exact same count. It helps your offense because you don't burn more time on the clock. Time is precious. Only 6 minutes left in the clock, down by 17. They not only need this touchdown, they need more points to even win this game.
Bagstad 5 yards on 2 quarterback keepers. Saw him go under center just once. Not doing it here. Could potentially go for a quarterback sneak, but this one could also be a keeper to himself yet again. Instead, to Holleran, bouncing to the left side for the touchdown. Edgewood strikes for their first touchdown of the game. 7 minutes into the 4th quarter. That lead cut down. 11 points now. The Ledgers lead at 20-9.
It seemed like Edgewood, when they got down to the 1st and goal, they were doing nothing but run the ball. They were going to just try to score, try to do as little huddling as possible, save that precious time. They got what they needed. They got a touchdown to get back in this game.
Will Kelly's extra point is up, and it is good. 20-10, the Ledgers lead it. Back in 30 seconds for another kickoff.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pino. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino. Build better for future generations.
Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz, Radio Plus Video Sports, 5:36 left in this ball game. Brad, last time you predicted an onside kick. Do we see it happen here with only a 10-point deficit now?
I say absolutely. If I'm the Edgewood coach, I'm onside the kick. I'm going to try to find a sophomore out there. I'm going to try to find maybe 54, Seth Humpner, maybe 35. Actually, what is 45? 45 is the other sophomore there, Jackson Sabel. So we got two sophomores in the front line, 54 and 45. I'd kick it to one of those guys. You gotta kick it to one of the guys that's doesn't have the experience. Hopefully he'll fumble it, but I just don't see him kicking deep. But what do I know? I'm up here.
Plenty of calls have gone your way tonight. Don't cut yourself short. This one will be booted deep, though. Jack Holzman near the sideline lets it bounce, able to field it. He'll turn around, has blockers, near side, out of bounds.
You don't want to get number one, Jack Holzman, with a full head of steam. He's a load to bring down. Again, they decide to kick it deep. They're going to put their defense out there. Interesting play call. They think they have enough time to score twice. I don't see it happening, Frankie. I don't think it's going to happen. We don't want it to happen because we're Ledger fans here. But let's see what happens here. The Ledger's got to grind out some time. They've been passing successfully, but definitely look for a run. Look for them to get their senior number 2, Noah Mall, the ball. Number 3, Stelmacher's had a decent game, but he's only a junior. You're going to give the ball to the people you can trust. Anderson and Mall, maybe even Brody Highland, the other senior backfield runner.
Always the worry of a comeback, but a couple first downs could close this game out. Stelmacher is the back. Baker and Rebeck the outside receivers. This one, Anderson takes a snap. It's a keeper. Plenty of space. Bouncing outside. Trying to stay in bounds. Good. Diving forward near the first down. He might have had enough.
What a smart play by number 3, Ben Anderson, to stay in bounds to keep the clock going. Now, the clock is technically going to stop for a little bit, but as soon as the markers get set, the clock is going to wind, and Ben Anderson's going to take his time walking back to the huddle, take his time calling his play, telling his guys, look, we're in no rush. Once that clock goes, then we can start getting up the line, but they're in no rush to run this play.
One of Anderson's most crucial runs of the game goes for 10 yards.
What a backbreaker.
Addison Jones Real Estate moves the chains for another Ledger's first down. Call them and then call the movers. Ben Anderson, 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying to close this one out. Gives to Stelmacher. Stelmacher picks up about 3 before he's cut down. And as this one closes down, we remind you high school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Elstead. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
If you notice, the only thing that can get Edgewood back in this game is a turnover.
What's rewarding to me about my job is being able to see apparel that I've printed out in public. That's what makes me feel proud.
I never really look at everybody as just a customer. They're more of a friend. When they come in, my purpose is to make everybody look good and feel comfortable in what they're wearing. It's important for us to build and just have that relationship. You're not just a number. We want to know you. We want to get to know you. We want to work with you. That's one of our main focuses and goals at Hoppers.
3rd and 8 here for the Ledgers, a crucial down. Brad, we're seeing a lot of Ben Anderson running the football right now.
And we know Ben Anderson can run the ball. We know he can pass the ball. He's a talented player. But we're giving him the ball so much. This is the perfect opportunity to fake it and get the ball to Maul. Number 2, your senior, your captain. Number 2 is a load to bring down. I like to see Noah Maul. He's only got 1 rush all game, yet he's arguably the best runner on the field.
Anderson.
He's not going to get at this play because Noah Maul's on the line of scrimmage. He's only can go out for pass or block here. You can't get the roll.
Clipping up that chin strap. Ready for battle ball on the 45. Edgewood maybe showing blitz here. Rebeck in motion. This one kept by Anderson. Rolling back out the other way. Noah Maul wide open. Needs a block for the first down. He's got it near the 30-yard line and out of bounds. A first down, Brad.
Well, I said we got to get Noah Maul the ball. I didn't think they'd pass the ball. What a clutch play by the offensive coordinator, Kyle Creer, to call a pass with only 3 minutes left. You're thinking they're going to run the ball, run that clock. But instead they fake run. Everyone's selling out to stop the run. Noah Maul's wide open in the flat.
A backbreaker of a play, and no better time to get Noah Maul involved. We've been waiting for it all game, and there he is in the biggest of moments.
Now the Ledgers are going too fast here. They're already up to the line of scrimmage. The clock's not even ticking. No, there's no reason to rush here. They have time on their side.
Give to Stellmacher. Again, nowhere really to run up the middle, as this defense has kept things under wraps here in the second half.
Oh, was Maul out of bounds that previous play?
I believe so, went out of bounds,
That's
yes.
why the clock wasn't running. I see, okay. And Noah Maul, again, if he could have that over, he would have probably been a little short of the out of bounds to keep the clock going. But he's such a hard runner. He's trying to pick up as many yards as he can. That'll be talked on Monday at film. Coach Highland, Kyle Krieger will say, hey, Noah, great catch, great run, but stay in bounds. Let that clock keep ticking. But Noah probably wants to get more plays on offense.
Loves the ball in his hands, and you can see why. He's dangerous all over the field. 2nd and 10 from the 22. Ben Anderson.
Blitz again, offsides.
Takes a snap. Offsides is called. That will be some free yardage for the Ledgers.
And in high school football, it's an automatic dead ball. They can't, like in the NFL, if you jump, the flags fly. You've seen Aaron Rodgers do it. You've seen Brett Favre do it. They can throw that 40-yard pass to go for broke. It's a free play. In high school football, it's automatically a dead ball, 5-yard penalty, automatic 5 yards, and now we got another 5 yards closer to another first down. You get one more first down, the game's pretty much over, Frankie.
2nd and 5, ball on the 17, 2:54 remains. 5 yards away from a potential 2-0 start to the 2024 season. Anderson fakes a Stellmacher, outside screen to Baker. Baker, no blocks. Can't find much. Noah Maul, unfortunately, could not hold his man. And that was Ryland Port making the tackle.
The only good thing about that play was the completion and the clock keeps running. It's a dangerous play, though, because if the defensive back reads that, they've ran that killer screen a couple times. If that defensive back reads that play, he could pick it, and a pick six would be, that'd be dangerous. But, of course, Ben Anderson playing pretty flawless, no mistakes, gets the ball to Ben Baker, completes the pass, keeps the clock going, just no gain on that play. 3rd and long, 3rd and 6 here. I would like to see the Ledgers do the basic play, the power play. They'll run to Maul's side, who's number 2, the tight end. They'll try to give the ball to Stellmacher for a first down.
They'll think things over here. Big play coming up. We've got to be in Lucas Babler field goal range or near to it if things don't go your way on 3rd down.
They're at the 27, which is 2 yards further back than they've had their other attempts. So this is close to his range. He's 2 for 3. The one time he did miss, it's arguably the play that Edgewood should have been called up for offsides. It certainly looked offsides from up here. They didn't call it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ledgers go for it. If they don't make big yards here, they like you said, Frankie, they could kick it, but they could go for it.
Garver Beekle, the far sideline receiver, his first snap on offense since his big catch in the first quarter.
The big guy, Noah Maul, is on the far side at tight end, right next to Beckett Long. Let's see if they run right after their big blockers.
Anderson, 3rd down. Fakes it. Same play. Outside. Has Beekler. He's got it on the sideline. Out of bounds, but a first down.
They faked the power run, and they naked bootlegged out. They ran that play this week for the first time all season. Everyone sucks. The defense gets sucked in going one way, and the quarterback reverse pivots going out. And great. Ben Anderson just looked very he just looked like he had everything in control there. His footwork was excellent. His fake was excellent. Beekle just had one step. Ball was right in the money, number 81, Garver Beekle. That's his second big pass completion of the day. Pretty great for Garver because no completions all last year. And here he has 2 big plays today already.
Ball at the 14. Anderson and the offense can essentially run this clock out. No more timeouts on the side of Edgewood.
Look for no motion, just very vanilla, just very basic runs here.
Anderson, Stellmacher finds a hole. It closes quickly for a short gain on first down. 2nd down coming up. Clock will roll.
And the Ledgers are in no rush. In fact, Ben Anderson, what he'll do is he'll go in the huddle. He'll call the play. He'll look at the back line judge, the referee that's in the back of the end zone. The referee will, because there's no play clock in the stadium, so the referee will put his hand up when there's 10 seconds left in the play clock, and then he'll start putting his hand up and down when it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's no reason for Ben Anderson not to snap this ball until it's under 5 seconds.
Under 2 minutes here in a moment.
Now the back line judge has his hand up, meaning there's 10 seconds left in the play clock. Now he's at 5, 4, 3, 2,
Anderson
1.
Takes a snap just in time. It's a pass. Anderson rolling out to his left. Got to get rid of it. Stepping up. Making magic inside the 5. Anderson wrestled down. A crazy play there, and essentially a game that's been decided.
He ran the ball around for 6 seconds. He burned 6 seconds just running the ball around. No one could catch him. It looked like flag football back in 2nd grade. Ben Anderson running around. No one from the YMCA could tackle him. Great play by Ben, but dangerous play. I'm holding my breath the whole time, making sure Ben Anderson doesn't get blindsided and hurt for next week when his things really start to matter. Conference starts next week, Frankie.
That's right. As St. Mary Springs will take on Amaral. We'll talk about that during our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show coming up after this one concludes. Under a minute left in this contest, 20-10. The Ledgers lead it.
Now the Ledgers JV offense is kind of down there, getting ready to go. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Stelmacher gets the carry, pushing to the goal line, and in for the touchdown. Stelmacher scores.
And there's your
dagger.
The
second time today.
The dagger by Stelmacher puts this game out of reach. Well played by the Ledgers. It was not a blowout like it was last week. It was a little holding your breath at times. Edgewood is definitely a contender this year. They're going to win some games. They look vastly improved than they were last year. They were only 3-6 last year. But this team looks very talented. They can get their passing. A lot of times their passing plays, they just weren't on the same page as the receiver and the quarterback. They'll get that cleaned up. They got a seasoned coach. It's the 7th year here at Edgewood. They'll get another 4 practices in before next week. Actually, offsides again.
Offsides again. Babbler's extra point is up, and it is good. 27-10. The Ledgers looking to take this one here in Madison. 45 seconds remain in this game. Most likely see some sophomores on defense. Coots out there to kick his final ball of the night. Stelmacher having himself a quiet day overall, but able to punch it in twice in the red zone when it matters most. Back deep to receive for Edgewood is Jack Holleran and Ryland Port. Ryland Port had a decent day on defense. Holleran with the lone touchdown for Edgewood. The Ledgers a moment away from a 2-0 start in Bob Hyland's final season as head coach of St. Mary Springs. Off the foot of Coots. Ryland Port there to field it near the 15. Shifty moves. Port trying to reverse fields. Bouncing outside and upended by Ben Baker. Who else?
Again, good job contained by number 4, Ben Baker, setting the edge and making sure nothing gets outside him because he's the edge man. If someone gets by him, there's no one else out there. Number 9, Kale Kruzek came up a little lame here, a little gimpy. We'll have to watch him for next week. He's a wide receiver and defensive back on pass plays.
The traveling student section of St. Mary Springs. They're loud here in Madison.
What a great stadium. What a treat to play here. I played here my junior year against Madison East. They rent out this facility to lots of local Madison teams, Madison East and Edgewood being 2 of them.
Big Stad read option takes it for a few.
You know, when you pull up, it's a all brick fence. You feel like you're going to the prison to play a football game. It's like reminds me of the Longest Yard.
Yard, Adam movie. Sandler. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, right. What a great stadium. I mean, the stadium fence is scary, but once you come inside, it's like, oh wow, you got a big scoreboard, you got lights, you got concession stand all over the place. It's almost like a semi-pro football arena.
Final play of the game goes to Patterson on a carry, wrestled down for a short gain. And the Ledgers take it here at Breese Stevens Field.
Ledgers go 2-0 just like last year, taking care of Lake Country Lutheran the first game of the season. Now Madison Edgewood two private schools that used to be WISA Foles. The WISAA used to only play against private schools. Springs used to be also a private school. It used to play against all private schools. The two non-conference games this year against private schools, again, 2-0. Couldn't be happier. Bob Highland is probably on cloud 9 right now, exactly like he wanted. I think he would have liked a little bit more points in his offense. He felt like they should have scored more points than just 13 points in that first half. I agree with them. They moved the ball well, but they just didn't quite make everything go. Ben Anderson had a great game. We'll have to see who the player of the game is here, Frankie.
And a great tidbit here for the side of Edgewood. Ashton Fickle stayed and watched the entire game from the far ed zone, here to support his team. Unfortunately coming up short, but on the side of St. Mary Springs, pure elation as they start 2-0. On the back end of this break, your Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Here we go.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Welcome back to Breese, Stevens Field. Frankie Bright, Brad Lenz, Radio Plus Video Sports. Time for your Fox Valley Saving Bank post-game show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank. Fox Valley Saving Bank.
Brad. Now, one thing to see, this is great. Bob Hound's out there. He does his classic, we're gonna win, we gotta win, we're gonna win, we gotta win. It gets the guys pumped up. Another W for Bob Hound tonight. What a great win for the Ledgers.
Ben Anderson, so many yards through the air and on the ground here today. Let's look at our scoring summary. Started off with a Stellmacher 1-yard rush, followed by a Babler field goal in the first quarter. Ledgers took it 10-0 into the second quarter. Babler followed, pushing it to 13-0. And then Anderson to Baker later in the third quarter with an ankle-grabbing touchdown reception, catch and run for 6, pushing things to 20-10 as Hollerman and Kelly fought back with a touchdown and field goal for Edgewood. And to cap things off, Stellmacher gets his second touchdown of the day. A great day for that young man. But I think let's talk about our Marian University turning point of the game. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. And Brad, I would have to say our turning point of the game is that second half opening possession by the Ledgers. You said it best. Bob Hyland says you got to go out there, hit him in the mouth, let's have a good start, get the wind out of their sails, and go score some points. And that's exactly what they did.
He challenged his entire team. He pointed at the captains. He pointed at the seniors, said, get it done, make this next possession the last time they think they have a chance to win this game. And the offense of the Ledgers did just that. They marched down the entire field, scored a touchdown, and you could just see Edgewood. They just knew it was pretty much over at that point. Because in high school football, once you're up by a couple scores, you run the ball, the clock just keeps ticking. It's very hard to get back in the game.
And to do it in the fashion that they did, through the air, and Ben Baker faking out 3-4 Edgewood defenders and capping it off with 6 points, that really is a game killer for that side of Edgewood. And with that, let's head into our BCI Burke Player of the Game. Log on to burkecareers.com. A lot of honorable mentions here today. Lucas Babler, you said Ben Anderson was our MVP of the game, but he's going to get a lot of those Player of the Game, so who do we got today, Brad?
Well, who do you give it to? Ben Anderson had an excellent game, but the quarterbacks always have an excellent game. He gets all the glory. You got number 81, Garver Beagle, had 2 great catches. Good for him. Number 30, Lucas Babler, like you said, great job kicking the ball. But I'm going to go with the junior, number 4, Ben Baker. I'm going to go with the 5'10", 150-pound defensive back. Wide receiver, had some great catches, some great moves, like you said. A little shake and bake, no pun intended. But he was all over the place, especially on special teams. How many tackles did he have on kickoff and on as a defensive back on the far side or the near side, setting the edge, making sure nothing got outside? Edgewood didn't have any big plays. They had one big pass down the middle, which is not Ben Baker's side of the field. Other than that, Ben Baker was a shutdown corner, they say, a little Deion Sanders-esque. And I'm going to give it to number 4, Ben Baker, for the player of the game.
And you said a touchdown clutch catch on the sideline and all over on special teams. Ben Baker, our BCI Burke Player of the Game. After this break, we'll come back with your AirTech Presents Next Game broadcast. Don't go away.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Back with your final check-in here at Breese Stevens Field with your Fox Valley Saving Bank postgame show. It's time for our next game broadcast presented by AirTech. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to RadioPlusInfo.com for the complete schedule. Now, for this next game broadcast that we've got for St. Mary Springs, they're taking on Omro, the Fighting Foxes at Omro High School Friday, September 6th. Didn't get a chance to look at their standings here after tonight. They did lose in Week 1. Obviously, St. Mary Springs winning in Week 1 and now winning here in Week 2, off to a hot 2-0 start with over 50 points of offense through 2 games, only giving up 22. 2-5 in conference play for Omro High School, 4-6 overall on their season. Now this is where things get interesting. Our first conference game of the season for the Ledgers. A lot to play for as conference play commences. Here at Radio Plus Video Sports, we thank you so much for joining us on another Friday night. Ike on our stream, Aiden on our camera, Brad Lenz, Frankie Bright, Radio Plus Video Sports. We'll see you again here next week.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lenz Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real Estate Agent Brock Fleischer, Back in Action,
Camera Casino,